Tianyin sect, outer court. Inside a broken wooden shack, a pale young man held up a bronze mirror and stared at his reflection. His face was bloodless, but his features were sharp and clean. Even like this, he was still annoyingly handsome. Chu Yuan narrowed his eyes and muttered like he was checking off a list. Traveler's Law. First, you have to be good-looking. Second, same name before and after the crossover. Third, dead parents. Fourth, a little sister with insane talent, not related by blood. Fifth, start as trash. Sixth, forget it. He lowered the mirror and sighed. And I hit 1, 2, 4, 5. So it's confirmed. Not a dream. I really transmigrated. This body belonged to Chu Yuan, and the name matches old life too. Before all this, he'd been a web novel writer. 1 week of grinding out 50,000 words a day, living on caffeine and sheer stubbornness, then sudden death. Now he'd woken up here. After absorbing the original owner's memories, Chu Yuan understood one thing clearly. This was a fantasy world, huge to the point that the original owner didn't even know what the world itself was called. But he didn't know what mattered. The strong here were terrifying. Moving mountains, parting seas, plucking stars, cracking the void. To a true powerhouse, those weren't legends. They were casual displays of strength. In this world, the strong stood above everything and could decide life and death with a thought. The weak lived like dust, one bad day away from dying in a dish. And the only path out of that weakness was cultivation. Problem was, cultivation wasn't something everyone could succeed at. Millions stepped onto the road, but only a handful ever reached the top. The original Chu Yuan had no talent worth mentioning. 8 years of cultivation, and he was still stuck at the 4th level of the body-tempering realm, the very first stage of cultivation. A complete outer sect nobody. Except he had someone behind him, a little sister. Her name was Gu Qingxue. No blood relation, but they grew up together. She was taken in by the Chu family after a wandering expert passed by years ago, and she and the original owner were practically childhood sweethearts. And unlike him, Gu Qingxue was a monster. She possessed the 9 heavens cold body, a physique above spiritual bodies, on the same tier as divine bodies. 8 years ago, an elder of the Tianyin sect happened to pass through the Chu family's area. The moment he sensed Gu Qingxue's constitution, he was shaken. He insisted on taking her as a disciple. Gu Qingxue agreed on one condition. Chu Yuan had to be brought along to cultivate at Tianyin sect. For an elder, that was nothing. And honestly, compared to gaining a disciple like Gu Qingxue, letting one extra enter the sect was basically free. So the elder agreed without hesitation. That was how they ended up here. Gu Qingxue became the great elder's true disciple, rising like a comet through the sect. Chu Yuan stayed in the outer court, weak and ordinary, but protected by her name. For 8 years, nobody dared bully him. Even people with higher cultivation treated him politely, eager to curry favor. And Gu Qingxue? Her cultivation became unfathomable. She rose to become the Tianyin sex goddess. Then, half a year ago, everything collapsed. Gu Qingxue entered the forbidden region of Baiduan Mountain in the Hengduan Range and never came out. The sect master, elders, even several retired old monsters in seclusion went searching. They found nothing. Rumors spread fast. Gu Qingxue had fallen, and the moment people believed she was gone, Chu Yuan's protection vanished overnight. The outer sect disciples who once flattered him turned vicious. They mocked him, despised him, and started taking his cultivation resources openly. 3 days ago, the original owner finally snapped and fought back against the disciples who mocked Gu Qingxue and robbed him. The outcome was obvious. He got beaten half to death, kicked out of his better residence, and dumped into this rotten shack like trash. Wounded, humiliated, and mentally broken, he held on for 3 days. Then he died, and that was when Chu Yuan arrived. Chu Yuan rubbed his face, then cursed under his breath. Dog blood plot. Absolute dog blood. The moment he got worked up, he started coughing. Cough, cough. Each cough pulled at his injuries like a knife. Pain shot through him, and warm blood rose into his throat. He spat it out, teeth clenched. So, it's that serious, No wonder the original guy died. Chu Yuan stared at his shaking hands. I just transmigrated, and I'm supposed to die again? No way. He couldn't accept that. Not after getting handed the classic protagonist setup and then being expected to drop dead before Chapter 1 even started. The original body had high-grade healing pills, he growled. But those bastards stole everything. All that's left are low-grade pills that barely do anything. He pressed his palm against his chest, thinking hard. So what now? And then, ding! A cold, mechanical voice echoed inside his mind, like it came from the depths of his soul. Host detected in critical difficulty. System has been activated. Binding host. Binding successful. Welcome, host. Chu Yuan froze. Then his eyes lit up like a man seeing sunlight after drowning. This is a system. His heartbeat surged. As a transmigrator and a former web novel writer, he knew exactly what this meant. A real gold finger. The kind that turned trash into a monster. He laughed, half delirious, half relieved. Ha ha! So heaven hasn't killed me after all. He forced himself to calm down, then spoke clearly. System. Explain your function. Ding. This system is called the 10,000 times resource enhancement system. As the name suggests, it can enhance all resources belonging to the host by a fixed factor of 10,000. Chu Yuan sucked in a sharp breath. Fixed 10,000 times. Not random. Not a chance-based multiplier. Not maybe 10 times, maybe 100 times. Every time, 10,000. He almost couldn't believe it. In cultivation, resources were everything. Pills, spirit stones, techniques, treasures, materials, those were what decided how fast you rose and how high you could climb. And now he had a system that could turn a scrap into a divine treasure with a single enhancement. Chu Yuan's lips curled into a slow grin. If this was real, what exactly does the system mean by resources? Chu Yuan forced himself to ask first. This mattered. Ding! Resources cover a very wide range. As long as something belongs to the host, it can be recognized as a resource. What? Chu Yuan's eyes widened. Wasn't that range way too absurd? If it belonged to him, it counted? So pills, cultivation techniques, martial skills, spirit stones, even ordinary clothes? Could all of it really be enhanced 10,000 times? Wasn't that completely broken? Ding! The system scanning eye has been synchronized with the host. Activated to identify what qualifies as a resource. The moment the notification ended, Chu Yuan felt something click inside his mind. He focused, and in the next second, his vision shifted. Golden frames appeared over objects around the room, as if the world had been tagged. Wooden bed, ordinary, can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Golden sore pill, first rank healing pill can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Bronze mirror, ordinary, can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Tianyin sect outer disciple robe, ordinary, can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. So this is the scanning eye, and anything that's mine counts as a resource. Chu Yuan inhaled sharply. This system is insane. Then a thought struck him. If belongs to me is the rule, then what about me? The answer came instantly. A new golden frame appeared. Host self, aptitude, bloodline, physique, cultivation base, spirit, comprehension, cultivation technique, martial skills, can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Chu Yuan froze. His scalp went numb. He expected maybe his body would count. But aptitude, bloodline, comprehension, cultivation base, all of that can be multiplied 10,000 times. His heart pounded hard enough to hurt. If that's true, then I'm not just getting a second chance. I'm about to take off in one step. Ding! Host panel loaded. You may view it at any time. Chu Yuan felt another interface settle into his consciousness. He closed the scanning eye, then summoned the panel. Host, Chu Yuan. Bloodline, post-Deva. Aptitude, inferior. Cultivation base, body forging realm, 4th stage. Cultivation technique, Tianyin body tempering art, Huang Gray mid. Martial skill, black snake spear technique, yellow grade superior. The panel glittered proudly. The contents were painfully shabby. Chu Yuan stared for 2 seconds, then closed it with a sigh. All right. First priority, heal. Second priority, strengthen. He picked up the only healing pill left, a first-rank golden sword pill. For cultivators, it was the most common kind. Useful for light injuries, nearly useless for serious ones. The original body had already burned through the better pills long ago. This was the last one. Chu Yuan reopened the scanning eye. Golden sword pill. First rank can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. He tapped yes. Ding. Enhancing golden sword pill 10,000 times. Success. Congratulations, host has obtained 5th rank golden sword pill. Chu Yuan's pupils shrank. 5th rank. Pills were divided into 9 ranks. Each rank was a massive leap above the last. 10,000 times wasn't just a big number. It was a jump across multiple tiers. A first-rank pill becoming 5th rank. That's disgusting. He couldn't stop smiling. With this system, getting rich is the least of it. He paused, then asked something important. System. Can the same item be enhanced again? Ding. No, host. The same target can only be enhanced 10,000 times once, permanently. After enhancement, it can never be enhanced again, no matter how much time passes. Chu Yuan nodded. Good. Makes sense. If it could be repeated, it would become infinite stacking, completely unstoppable. Even 10,000 times once was already outrageous. He stared at the upgraded pill. It had become rounder, denser, and its fragrance alone felt like it was cleansing his lungs. Just breathing near it made the pain in his body ease. This should be enough. He sat on the bed, crossed his legs, and swallowed the 5th rank golden sword pill. The pill melted the moment it touched his tongue. A pure, roaring medicinal power flowed through his limbs and bones, stitching everything back together like it was rebuilding him from the inside. Broken bones, torn meridians, damaged organs, all repaired. Less than a quarter of an hour later, Chu Yuan opened his eyes. He was whole again. No pain. He clenched his fist, feeling strength return. This 5th rank pill is terrifying. I probably used less than 10% of its power. The rest, it's soaking into my body, like a reserve that'll repair me the next time I'm hurt. He exhaled slowly. Now the real part starts. Aptitude, bloodline, physique, cultivation base, spirit, comprehension, techniques, martial skills. All could be enhanced 10,000 times. He felt his excitement rise again, almost dizzying. Then he noticed something when he called up the enhancement option. He couldn't enhance everything at once. Each time, he had to choose one target. Chu Yuan didn't hesitate. The foundation comes first. He selected.
Hey everyone, Firescale Audiobooks here. If there's a novel you'd love to hear more of, you can support us on Patreon or Ko-fi. Depending on your tier, I'll make extra parts just for the stories you're most excited about. Usually I can only upload 4 to 5 parts of each novel, but with your support, we can go beyond that. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe. It helps more than you know.
Ding! The body of the host is being strengthened 10,000 times. As the system's voice fell, Chu Yuan's physical body continued to grow stronger in a straight line. The cultivation base of the 4th stage day. If you don't count true Qi cultivation base, his pure physical strength is actually only about 400 caddies. The further back the forging state, the stronger the physical body. He has just started for a short time, and his physical body will naturally not be too strong. And at this moment, he can clearly feel that his physical strength is increasing rapidly, and he can increase his strength by several hundred caddies every moment. Improving the physical body is not just about strength. Strength is just the most straightforward feeling. The defense of the physical body and so on will also be improved accordingly. Not long after, his physical body has been strengthened 10,000 times, and it's over. This power! Chu Yuan clenched his fist and felt unprecedented power. This kind of power gave him the feeling that he could blow up the world with one punch. Of course, he couldn't do it in fact. This is the illusion of expansion brought about by the rapid increase in strength. Before, my physical strength was about 400 caddies. Now, after being strengthened 10,000 times, my physical body has reached a terrifying 4 million caddies. Reaching the sky in one step is really reaching the sky in one step. Even the core discipline of the Tianyin sect, I feel he can blow them into scum with one punch. Only, why do I feel so tired and sleepy, and my body is so heavy? Could it be? Chu Yuan almost fell into a coma. At this time, he realized the problem. His physical body was promoted too fast, and his soul couldn't keep up. The soul couldn't control such a powerful body. Raise the soul first. Then, Chu Yuan strengthened the soul 10,000 times. Just like his physical body has improved, his soul power also soared. After a while, 10,000 times enhancement completed. His spirit is also 10,000 times stronger. That sense of fatigue is finally gone. After the soul is strong enough to dominate the physical body, the feeling of fatigue is instantly swept away. Next, he raised his bloodline. After being strengthened 10,000 times, his bloodline is still post-Deva, but the potential contained in it has been greatly improved, allowing him to reach a higher realm. Increased comprehension 10,000 times. After that, Chu Yuan strengthened his comprehension 10,000 times. Soon, the 10,000-fold enhancement was completed. Is this the comprehension that has been strengthened 10,000 times? The cultivation problems that the original body encountered before and the places that could not be penetrated can now be fully understood with a single thought. Great! Aptitude, bloodline, body, cultivation base, soul, comprehension, cultivation technique, martial skill. Among them, the physical body, soul, blood, and understanding have all been strengthened 10,000 times by him. Aptitude, cultivation base, cultivation technique, martial skill are left. The most important thing is qualification and cultivation base. Qualification is very important. Qualification represents the speed and potential of cultivation. Chu Yuan's previous qualification was inferior, and the classification of cultivation aptitude from low to high is low, medium, high, extreme, and Deva. The gap between each level is 10 times. Very cruel, very cruel. For example, a person with medium aptitude can achieve the result of 1 day of practice, while a person with low aptitude needs to practice for 10 days to get the same result. And 1 day of Deva qualifications is equal to 10,000 days of inferior qualifications. How cruel! Of course, the higher the aptitude, the rarer it is. Generally speaking, most people are low class, a few are middle class, and very few are high class. It is extremely difficult to find one, and Deva's talents are even rarer. The capital of Deva is no longer possessed by ordinary physiques. Only various special physiques can possess the capital of Deva, such as various spirit bodies, and those divine bodies that are higher than spirit bodies, etc., have more qualifications than Deva capital. Even more terrifying, the original body's aptitude is inferior, and it really is a useless start. Chu Yuan smiled wryly and recalled, it's the cheap little sister of the original body, Gu Qingxue. She has a special 9 heavens cold body, comparable to the legendary her divine body. Her aptitude has already surpassed that of Deva. But after being strengthened 10,000 times, my aptitude should be raised to that of Deva. 10,000 times inferior. Naturally, it is the capital of Deva. Without hesitation, Chu Yuan directly chose to enhance his aptitude 10,000 times. It didn't take long for his aptitude to become Deva's capital. No, it's not just Deva's capital. The improvement of bloodline has also slightly changed my aptitude. Now my Deva's capital is at least 7 or 8 times stronger than ordinary Deva's capital. That is, 1 day of his practice is equivalent to 7 or 8 days of practice for those Devas with special physiques of various spirit bodies. Finally, the problem of aptitude has been solved. If there is a chance in the future, I can improve it even more. Although the 10,000-fold enhancement is one time and the qualification cannot be enhanced anymore. But in this world, there are still many heavenly and mortal treasures that can enhance aptitude. Original cheap little sister Gu Qingxue, why did you go to the restricted area of Baiduan Mountain? It seems to be looking for the treasure medicine that can improve the aptitude for the original body. In the future, if Chu Yuan gets a treasure medicine that can improve his aptitude, he will put a 10,000 times enhancement on his backhand. Can the qualifications not be improved after taking the precious medicine that can improve the qualifications after being strengthened by 10,000 times? The next step is to upgrade the cultivation base. Cultivation base is the highlight. Cultivation base is strength, and strength is almost equal to everything. If you have strength, you will have everything you want. Without strength, you will have no dignity. Forging Body Realm, True Origin Realm, Guihai Realm, Divine Pill Realm, Supernatural Power Realm, Soul Palace Realm, Golden Body Realm, Immortal Realm, Holy Realm. This is the realm of cultivation from low to high. Chu Yuan is now a small scum of the fourth stage of the body training environment, at the bottom of the food chain of cultivation. The further you practice, the harder it is. The gap between realms is getting bigger and 10,000 times stronger. It's a 10,000-fold enhancement in quality, not in quantity. For example, the first rank Jinshuang pill, after being strengthened 10,000 times, becomes the fifth rank Jinshuang pill, instead of 10,000 first rank Jinshuang pills. In fact, the combined medicinal power of 10,000 first rank Jinshuang pills is also not as good as 1% of the fifth rank Jinshuang pill, because the effect of the fifth rank Jinshuang pill is stronger. It's good that the strength of the physical body has increased 10,000 times, but other aspects of the physical body have also improved, not just the quantity of a certain aspect. And the 10,000 times enhancement of my cultivation base in the fourth stage of the exercising. State is not the addition of the cultivation base of the 10,000 fourth stage days in the exercise state, but a qualitative change. I like to see, after the cultivation base is enhanced 10,000 times, what kind of realm will I achieve? Chu Yuan is full of anticipation. Host cultivation base, body forging environment fourth stage, could be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Chu Yuan clicked yes, and then the system prompt sounded. Ding! The cultivation base of the host is being strengthened 10,000 times. As soon as the system prompt fell, his cultivation base in Chu Yuan's body swelled rapidly and continued to strengthen. This speed was too fast. Boom! In the blink of an eye. His cultivation base is breakthrough. Body forging realm fourth stage peak. Body forging realm fifth stage peak. Body forging realm sixth stage peak. Forging body ninth stage peak. It didn't take long for his cultivation base to break through to the extreme of body training. It took the original body 8 years to cultivate to the fourth stage of physical training, and the cultivation became more and more difficult as it progressed. If the original body did not die and continued to practice, I am afraid that it would take at least another 30 years of cultivation to have this kind of cultivation base. And it's the least. If it's more, 40 years is normal. And I'm a Deva right now, so it will take some time to cultivate by myself, but now I'm breaking through directly. Chu Yuan sighed a little. His breakthrough didn't stop with his exclamation. This is just the beginning. After the peak of ninth stage, the true qi in his body began to condense into liquid, turning into true essence. Boom! Another bang came from his body. He had already reached the realm. In Tian Yinzong, the true Yuan realm has already become an inner disciple, and his identity and status are much more noble than the outer sect disciples. True element realm first stage peak. True element realm second stage peak. True element realm third stage peak. Chu Yuan realm, ninth stage, the pinnacle of ninth stage. No difficulty. He broke through to the extreme of Chu Yuan realm. Subsequently, all the true energy flowed through his whole body, opening up the 8 extraordinary meridians all over his body. In an instant, his dantian expanded hundreds of times. Chu Yuan also kept skyrocketing. He broke through to return to the sea. The exercise realm is to practice true qi and exercise the body. The true origin realm is to practice true qi, and the return to sea realm is to open up the dantian sea to accommodate more and more pure true qi. Chu Yuan in the Chu Yuan realm just flows like a stream. However, the true essence of returning to the sea is as immeasurable and deep as the sea. In Chu Yuan's dantian sea, the true energy is constantly surging. Gehaging first stage, the pinnacle of first stage. Gehaging second stage, the pinnacle of second stage. Gehaging ninth stage, the pinnacle of ninth stage. In Tian Yinzong, Guihai realm is already a core discipline, and identity and status, far above the inner discipline, are the core of sect. Returning to the sea is not the end, and we can continue to break through. Chu Yuan felt that his cultivation base was still improving and couldn't stop at all. In his dantian sea, a large amount of true energy is being continuously compressed, and it can be compressed several times at every moment. After countless compressions, the massive amount of true energy has disappeared. Inside dantian, there's only a fist-sized magic pill. Among the divine pills, there is unimaginable power. Divine alchemy realm, to make. And it hasn't stopped yet. Divine alchemy realm, first stage peak. Divine alchemy realm, second stage peak. Divine alchemy realm, third stage peak. Divine alchemy realm, fourth stage. This moment stopped. The cultivation base has been enhanced 10,000 times. Forging body realm, fourth stage, strengthened 10,000 times. Directly breakthrough to Shendan realm, fourth stage. Directly crossed 3 big realms. Divine alchemy realm. In the Tianyin sect, you can already take on the role of outer sect elders. Chu Yuan was extremely happy. He opened his eyes, and there was a flash in his eyes. But for a while, he has jumped from a scumbag in the fourth stage of the forging state to a strong man in the divine alchemy state. He knew that after 10,000 times enhancement, his cultivation base would improve a lot, but he didn't expect that it would improve so much. Compared to the grade of medicine pill, cultivation base is really much harder to improve. Generally speaking, the first rank medicine pill is used for the body forging realm, the second rank medicine pill is used for the true essence realm, the third rank medicine pill is used for the returning sea realm, the fourth rank medicine pill is used for the Shendan realm, and the fifth rank medicine pill is used for the supernatural realm. Of course, this is a general situation. If you are rich, you can use a high-grade medicine pill with a low realm. First rank medicine pill, after 10,000 times enhancement, get fifth rank medicine pill. In the body forging state, after being strengthened 10,000 times, becomes the divine alchemy state, unable to reach supernatural powers. It is also a 10,000-fold enhancement, and the improvement of the medicine pill is 1 level higher than that of the human cultivation base. This is normal, because the fifth rank medicine pill is for the divine ability realm, but the fifth rank medicine pill cannot be equal to a divine ability realm. Divine alchemy realm, fourth stage. Compared to some true disciples of Tianyin sect, they are not weak at all. In Tianyinzong, in addition to outer sect disciples, inner disciple, core disciple, there are also true disciples. However, the cultivation base of true disciples cannot be generalized. The so-called true disciples are the inner sect elders of Tianyinzong, or the legacy descendants of the sect leader and deputy sect leader. The status of true disciples is even higher than that of outer sect elders. For example, Gu Qingxue is the legacy successor of the great elder, a direct disciple. Some direct disciples are just getting started, and their cultivation base is very low. There are also some direct disciples whose cultivation base has already reached the realm of divine pills. Half a year ago, when Gu Qingxue went to Hengduan Mountains, her cultivation base was 9th stage heaven. In 8 years, from the first level mortal to the 9th stage heaven, he could be called a peerless evildoer. At the same time, Gu Qingxue is also the strongest among all the true disciples. Her combat power is close to the supernatural power level, and many true disciples of the Tianyin sect have all been defeated by her. Therefore, she just became the goddess of Tianyinzong, a sect goddess and sun, representing a great possibility in the future, is the sect leader. In the Tianyin sect, there is no god-son, only her, the goddess. Fortunately, the physical body and soul have also been strengthened 10,000 times before. Otherwise, we may not be able to control this skyrocketing cultivation base. Chu Yuan muttered to himself. The next step is to strengthen cultivation technique and martial skill 10,000 times. Under his control. Soon. The sound of the 10,000 times enhanced success sounded. Ding! Cultivation technique Tianyin exercise body Ju has been successfully enhanced 10,000 times. Martial skill Black Snake Spear technique has been successfully enhanced 10,000 times. Reminder, you can rename it. Can you rename it? Chu Yuan was taken aback, and after thinking for a while, he said, it's called Tianjin Shanju and Xianlong Spear technique. Ding! Renamed successfully. Ignore the system beep. Chu Yuan looks directly at cultivation technique and martial skill. Tianyin Jin Shanju, Earth level mid-rank. Mysterious Dragon Spear technique. Prefectural level cultivation technique and martial skill are also divided from low to high respectively. Yellow level, mysterious level, earth level, sky level, holy level. Within each major level is subdivided into low grade, medium grade, high grade, and extreme grade. At the same time, the gap between each major level is 100 times. For example, there is 100 times difference between the cultivation technique martial skill at the lower yellow level and the lower cultivation technique martial skill at the Xian level. Tianyin exercise body Ju is a middle grade Huang level cultivation technique. Most of the outer sect disciples of Tianyin sect practice this cultivation technique. On the basis of technique, after being enhanced 100 times, it is the prefecture level medium grade cultivation technique. 100 times is 10,000 times. Therefore, the Tianyin Golden Body Ju, which has been strengthened 10,000 times from the Tianyin Forging Body Ju, is an earth-level medium-grade cultivation technique. The same way, Mysterious Snake Spear technique, this yellow-level top-quality martial skill. After being strengthened 10,000 times, the obtained Mysterious Dragon Spear technique is a prefecture-level top quality. Generally speaking, it is impossible for the outer sect disciples of the Tianyin sect to have the best martial skill of the Huang level to practice, only the inner disciple. But Chu Yuan is an exception. Mysterious Dragon Spear technique was not given to him by sect, but by his cheap little sister, Gu Qingxue. This martial skill does not belong to Tianyin sect, but Gu Qingxue got it outside. Earth-level cultivation technique, earth-level martial skill. Even if it is in Tianyinzong, it is a treasure. Chu Yuan murmured. Body forging state, true essence state, generally yellow level is enough. Gue High Realm, Divine Pill Realm, Yu Xian level. Divine Ability Realm, Soul Palace Realm, Land Use level. Golden Body Realm, Immortal Realm, Use Tian level. Holy Land, Naturally Holy level. Of course, this is just a general situation. In fact, it is normal to use a high realm cultivation technique martial skill with a low realm. But for Tianyinzong, the prefecture level cultivation technique is indeed a treasure. Anyone who is not a core member of sect will not be rumored. Cultivating this kind of thing, it's not that the stronger the cultivation technique and martial skill, the better, because the higher the level of cultivation technique and martial skill, the more difficult it is to cultivate. Without strong aptitude, it is difficult to cultivate too powerful cultivation technique. For example, The aptitude of the original body was inferior before. This kind of qualification, even if you give him a holy level cultivation technique, is useless because you can't understand it at all, you can't understand it, and you can't cultivate successfully. For those with low aptitude, it is better to use cultivation technique with a lower cultivation level. At least they can understand it and cultivate successfully. But for people with high qualifications, the higher the level, the better. Because whether it is cultivation technique or martial skill, the higher the level, the more powerful it is. Fight the people of realm. The more powerful your cultivation technique and martial skill, the more powerful you will be. My cultivation base was forcibly upgraded by the system. Although it is extremely thick, it does not have the cultivation technique attribute. It is not very easy to use. Just right, I can switch to Tianyin Jin Shanju. Thinking of this, Chu Yuan sat up straight, started to operate the practice method of Tianyin Jin Shanju. Instantly, the true energy in his body began to transform into the unique true energy of Tianyin Jin Shanju. The training time passed quickly, and in a blink of an eye, a day and a night passed. At this moment, Chu Yuan stopped practicing. The true essence in the body has been completely transformed into the true essence of Tianyin Jin Shanju, and its power has been increased several times. With the improvement of cultivation base and the enhancement of the previous blood, the strength of the physical body has also been greatly improved. Now, the strength of the physical body alone is probably no less than 10 million caddies. This is pure physical strength. With the blessing of the true essence cultivation base, the strength will increase dozens of times. That is the real horror. Chu Yuan is quite satisfied with his own strength at the moment. Speaking of it, it has only been a day and a night since the first level waste material to now. The resources of Deva are really terrifying. The prefecture level cultivation technique can't trouble me at all. After a day and a night of practice, I can cultivate the cultivation technique to a small degree. If it takes a little longer, I will have no problem at all. Chu Yuan secretly thought. The cultivation progress of cultivation technique and martial skill is also divided. Introductory, small success, great success, complete. If his aptitude hadn't been improved, he might not be able to master the Tianyin Jin Shanju in 10 years, or even more. Take a look at the properties panel. Chu Yuan had a thought. Host, Chu Yuan. Bloodline, post-Deva race, pure blood. Qualification, capital of Deva. Cultivation base, Shindanjing 4th stage. Cultivation technique, Tianyin Jin Shanju, earth level middle grade. Martial skill, mysterious dragon spear technique, prefectural level top grade. Seeing the current attribute panel, he is much more satisfied. Although the attribute panel is the same size as before, but this time it shows its strength. Behind the bloodline of the Deva clan, there is actually a pure blood. Chu Yuan let out a light snort, and then his face became strange. Could it be? It was mixed blood before. There was no hint of what it was before. Forget it, this little change is not worth paying attention to. All in all, it just needs to get better. It's not all kinds of spiritual bodies and special physiques, but I have the capital of Deva. I may be an exception. Chu Yuan smiled, satisfied to close the properties panel. He thought about it seriously and said, now, those who can be promoted have already been promoted. It's time to go out for a walk. Just in time, take back what belongs to the original body. I remember that there happened to be a good long spear inside. After getting it back and strengthening it 10,000 times, it must be a good weapon, so I can start practicing mysterious dragon spear technique. And it's not a bad idea to take revenge for the original body. Thinking of this, Chu Yuan pushed open the dilapidated door, walked out from this dilapidated wooden house. The outer sect of Tianyinzong is very large, and there are no less than 100,000 disciples in the outer sect. An outer sect is not the core of sect. Sect doesn't care much at all. So the whole outer sect is a mixed bag. When the forest is big, there are all kinds of birds. Overtly and secretly, it is also full of all kinds of competition regardless of means. Generally speaking, in the outer sect, as long as you don't kill people, no one will care about you. And if someone is killed and has no background, he will definitely be severely punished by the sect law enforcement hall. And if there's a background, killing people is not a big deal. For example, when the former original body had Gu Qingxue backing him up, even if he killed a few outer sect disciples, no one else would care. This is the reality. In this world where the strong are respected, it is the same everywhere. Rules are made by the strong for the weak. Today, many people may die. At noon, the sun was shining brightly. Chu Yuan walked slowly against the breeze. P.S. The new book sets sail. It has more than 10,000 words. You can feed it if you like it. The data is free, but it can bring a lot of confidence to the author. New book wants everything. Flowers. Review vote. Monthly pass. Reward. Leave a message in the comment area. All need. Every day starts with 50,000 words. 100 flowers / 50 evaluation tickets / 1 monthly pass / any reward / 3 comment from different people / all of which can add a new chapter. By analogy, more updates will be added. And the 15th up, Chu Yuan hadn't walked a few steps before many people spotted him and pointed at him. Look, isn't that Chu Yuan? Hey, it's really that girl who relies on sisters. Isn't it right? He could get out of bed and walk so soon. Yeah, I remember that 4 days ago. He was beaten half to death. He couldn't even stand up, and he crawled all the way. I thought he couldn't make it through, and he would die. Unexpectedly, it wasn't long before it's alive and well. It's a miracle. Bah, miraculous ****. Goddess Gu must have left him a magic elixir, which made him recover so quickly. Hey, I'm really envious. I want to be a sister-in-law too. TSH, relying on my sister to do anything. I think it's only useful if I rely on myself. Otherwise, if little sister is gone, I will be nothing. Relying on Sister Demon Chu Yuan? He is just a scumbag who can only rely on little sister. Without little sister, he is the lowest existence. How can you say that? At least he is handsome. Handsome has a purpose. Only you nympho girls will look at appearance. Superficial. That's right. When facing the enemy, can you kill the enemy by being handsome if you don't have a strength? Haha, the enemy is so handsome? I laughed so hard. Oh, it's sad and sad. In the past, how many people surrounded him, but now they are sneering at him. After all, it's their own incompetence. Relying on my sister is not the right way after all. Speaking of which, Goddess Gu has disappeared for more than half a year. Can she still come back? Maybe I won't be able to come back. Although Goddess Gu is powerful, the restricted area of Baiduan Mountain is no joke. Even if the inner sect elders of the supernatural realm go, they may fall into it, let alone Goddess Gu. It's just that the divine core realm has not reached the supernatural power realm. The hope of survival is too slim. That's right. Many elders, sect leaders, and even retired elders have gone to Baiduan Mountain to search for her, but they have not found her. She must have fallen in it, and she's the kind with no bones left. Otherwise, if she's still alive, it's impossible not to return to sect for so long. It makes sense. But don't be afraid of 10,000, just in case Goddess Gu is still alive. Given how much Goddess Gu cares for Chu Yuan, I'm afraid that all those who attack Chu Yuan will be liquidated. So as a human being, you have to keep a line. Chu Yuan didn't offend me when he was in glory, and I wouldn't step on him when he was in trouble. I don't think Goddess Gu has fallen. Otherwise, sect has to announce something. Although people can't find it, the soul lamps are always there. Sect won't say whether the soul lamp is off or not, alas. Sister Demon shouldn't have come out. If Zhang Tianbao and his gang hear the news, they will probably come to trouble him again. I don't understand. Zhang Tianbao and the others are so daring because of ambition. Why did they dare to attack Chu Yuan? Are they really not afraid of Goddess Gu's return one day? There are no less than 100,000 disciples in the outer sect of Tian Yin Zone. Even if some disciples go out to do missions and some disciples practice closed-door training. But every moment, there are always some disciples walking around outside. As for Chu Yuan, almost 99% of outer sect disciples know him. After all, Chu Yuan has the title of Goddess Gu's closest man. So as soon as he appeared, he attracted the attention of many disciples. They all talked a lot. Relying on the younger sister is the nickname they gave Chu Yuan. Some people are mocking him. Some are lamenting for him. Some are discussing Gu Qingxue. It's not just the kind of people who laugh at him, but all kinds of people. The disciples of the outer sect of Tianyin sect all live in wooden houses, and the distance between each wooden house is not very far. When someone started talking, others heard it too, and more people opened the door. That is Chu Yuan. How could it be? How could he still be alive? Obviously, he has already killed him in a corner of many outer sect disciples. More than a dozen outer sect disciples gathered together after they saw Chu Yuan. Can't help but change his face, full of unbelievable oomph. It seems that he secretly hid some high-grade healing medicine pills. It is because of the high-grade healing medicine pills that he can recover so quickly. A hook-nosed disciple of the outer sect said coldly, Go stop him and let him hand over the medicine pill that he hid. If he dares to resist, it's okay to beat him to death. A fat outer sect disciple had a cold light in his eyes. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. These dozen or so outer sect disciples squeezed out from the crowd, walking towards Chu Yuan aggressively. It's Zhang Tianbao's people. They were the ones who beat Chu Yuan to death 4 days ago. Now that Chu Yuan appears, they are here again. They are too much. How can they bully Chu Yuan like this? Damn it, if I'm stronger, I can stop all this. Chu Yuan is too miserable. Even when he was good, he didn't offend these people, but these people made things worse. It shouldn't be like this. Before Zhang Tianbao's people are killed, the outer sect law enforcement palace will not be in control. Even if someone dies, nothing will happen. Don't forget that his big brother is an inner disciple, and I heard that there are people on his big brother. Some disciples whispered to defend Chu Yuan. Hee, there's a good show to watch. This time, the little sister is over, and I think I will be beaten half to death again. It deserves it. Daddy is just upset seeing his former glory. If I wasn't afraid of Goddess Gu coming back, I would have stepped on him. There were also some disciples who gloated and even sneered. Chu Yuan, your dog's life is quite big. The obese outer sect disciple strode towards Chu Yuan, and beside him was the hook-nosed outer sect disciple. The other 17 outer sect disciples followed behind them. Chu Yuan had no expression on his face. He had already stopped in his tracks. Originally, he was going to let those outer sect disciples who made bad remarks lie down first. But before he could make a move, these people jumped out. He recognized that these people were the culprits who severely injured Yuan body and caused Yuan body to die. So, he decided to beat these people to death first. After all, transmigrating to the body of the original body was considered to be the kindness of the original body, so he naturally didn't mind and avenged the original body. In this way, he can understand his thoughts. Hand over the remaining high-grade medicine pill, and then crawl under the crotch of the young master, and the young master will spare you. The hook-nosed outer sect disciple sneered. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. After listening to the words of the hook-nosed outer sect disciple, the outer sect disciples behind them couldn't help laughing. This is too insulting. Chu Yuan will not agree. They also insulted Chu Yuan 4 days ago. The result is obvious. Chu Yuan is going to be beaten again. Some outer sect disciples couldn't help shaking their heads when they thought about 4 days ago. They could already imagine the scene of Chu Yuan being beaten until he vomited blood. In the past, you didn't dare to be presumptuous at all. When you saw me, you shook your head and tail like a dog, respectful. Even if my little sister is missing, you shouldn't be targeting me directly. After all, my little sister is just missing, not dead. But, in fact, you dare to be presumptuous to me, and even want to put me to death. I want to know, who gave you the courage? Chu Yuan's voice sounded very calm. In the original body's memory, after Gu Qingxue had disappeared in Baiduan Mountain, his status has indeed plummeted. However, it only showed that those outer sect disciples alienated him, did not flatter him, or slightly mocked him. No one dared to attack him. because no one is sure whether Gu Qingxue will come back. Logically speaking, there is no need to take such a risk. But a few days ago, Zhang Tianbao's group of people seemed to be crazy. Not only dared to grab the original body's cultivation resources, but also dared to kill the original body. It makes people feel that there is a problem, because among the outer sect disciples, there are many powerful people, and there are also many people who form cliques. Others at most disdain and ridicule the original body. Only Zhang Tianbao's subordinates dared to attack the original body. There is no doubt that someone should have given them the courage. Don't think that moving out of your little sister means we're afraid of you. The obese outer sect disciple sneered. Don't talk nonsense. Hurry up and do what the young master said. Otherwise, I will beat you to death. The hooked-nosed outer sect disciple said viciously. Since you don't say anything, I'll ask Zhang Tianbao. Chu Yuan shook his head. Chu Yuan, you are looking for death. The hook-nosed outer sect disciple saw Chu Yuan and ignored him. Immediately flew into a rage. He jumped up from the spot, leaped more than 10 meters in an instant, and came towards Chu Yuan with a claw. Martial skill, mid-grade yellow, vulture claw. Suddenly, True Qi formed a huge eagle claw to attack. Yi Ying is the cultivation base of the 7th stage, and Chu Yuan is only at the 4th stage. What's more, Ying also used the martial skill. Chu Yuan can't stop Ying. If he doesn't die, he will be seriously injured, said the disciple of outer sect with vicious vision. Don't you think Chu Yuan is too calm today? Some outer sect disciples feel that Chu Yuan is not normal today. In the past, Chu Yuan had never been so calm. It must have been scary. Some outer sect disciples gloated. Dying. Yi Ying's eyes were sharp and his tone was cold. He had already come to Chu Yuan. Countless disciples of the outer sect have already imagined the scene where Chu Yuan was knocked into the air by a claw. Boom! At the next moment, a figure flew out, and countless disciples were stunned because it was different from what they thought. It turned out that Yi Ying flew out. What did Chu Yuan do? Dizzy. Many outer sect disciples found that they did not see clearly how Yi Ying flew out. Yi Ying, the obese outer sect disciple, was startled. Go and see what's going on with him. 2 outer sect disciples ran over to check on Yi Ying, who had flown tens of meters away. Their faces changed drastically. He's dead. What? Yi Ying is dead. There are so many outer sect disciples. I can't believe it. How is it possible? Aren't you a trash from the 4th stage? How could you kill Yi Ying? You're cheating. The fat outer sect disciple pointed at Chu Yuan angrily. If you killed Yi Ying in public, aren't you afraid of being sanctioned by the outer sect law enforcement hall? He really couldn't figure out why Chu Yuan was able to kill Yi Ying. He couldn't even figure out how Chu Yuan dared to kill someone. Noisy, Chu Yuan snorted coldly, his eyes fixed. The next moment, puff, puff, puff. The obese outer sect disciples and the outer sect disciples who followed them just now all felt as if they had been severely injured, vomited blood, took a look, and died completely. This. Dang, dang, dang. All the outer sect disciples who witnessed all of this were frightened. They were terrified and even instinctively stepped back a few steps, unable to believe the scene they saw. Dead, all dead. Oh my God. How did Chu Yuan do it? He obviously didn't do anything. Why are they all dead? Countless outer sect disciples felt terrified. They were terrified. Terrible. All this so terrible. Just now, who said that they wanted to step on me? Chu Yuan's faint voice sounded. Immediately, all the outer sect disciples backed up again, looking at him in horror. Many outer sect disciples lowered their heads, not daring to look at him. It's not me. Senior brother Chu Yuan, it's not me. My sister. No. Senior brother Chu, it's not me either. It's him. It's none of my business. I didn't say anything. Some people said it wasn't themselves, and some even identified others in a panic. Although they didn't know how Chu Yuan killed those people, they were also afraid of being killed by Chu Yuan inexplicably. At the scene, there were no less than 1,000 outer sect disciples who had been onlookers. Humph! Since you can't control your own mouth, then let them go. Chu Yuan snorted coldly. The next moment, among the outer sect disciples, hundreds of them vomited blood and died. No one is innocent. They all want to step on Chu Yuan, and Chu Yuan sent them on their way. Devil, you are simply a devil. Killed a lot of people. Go and notify the outer sect law enforcement palace. Some outer sect disciples were frightened. Prepare to run to inform the outer sect law enforcement temple. The other disciples also rushed away. Boom! At the next moment, a terrifying coercion came directly, pressing them all to the ground, unable to move. Notify the outer sect law enforcement temple. Chu Yuan couldn't help laughing. When I was bullied before, why didn't anyone notify me? Die. Those outer sect disciples who were about to run to inform the outer sect hall of law enforcement were directly crushed by the coercion, and they couldn't die anymore. In the future, be careful, don't talk nonsense, you will die. Chu Yuan said softly. Then the coercion disappeared. Chu Yuan left quickly. Call. Many outer sect disciples were panting like the rest of their lives, and their backs were wet with cold sweat, as if they had walked before the gate of hell. They raised their heads with difficulty and looked at Chu Yuan's leaving back in horror, only to feel that the back suddenly became extremely tall, shrouding the heavens, covered the sun. What a terrifying coercion. What kind of cultivation base is he? What's going on here? Isn't Chu Yuan the fourth stage? Why does he have such a terrifying pressure? Could it be that he is at the true Yuan realm? No, it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible for the true Yuan realm to have such a terrifying coercion. It's too scary. The lowest is the returning sea realm, or even the divine core realm. How did he become so powerful? Or did he hide and pretend to be weak until now? I feel that the outer sect elders I have seen before are not as powerful as Chu Yuan. More than 100 people died. All of them were killed by him, butchering so many disciples. The outer sect law enforcement palace will not let him go. No matter how strong he is, it is useless. Chu Yuan can't be blamed. As the saying goes, if you do many wrongdoings, you will die yourself. These people deserve to die. He went in that direction. Could it be that he was looking for Zhang Tianbao to settle accounts? Yes, he said before that he was going to find Zhang Tianbao. So that should be the case. Zhang Tianbao is dead. This incident tells me that I can never look down on others in the future. How did Chu Yuan kill Ying and the others just now? Could it be his eyes? It's terrible. What should I do? Should I notify the outer sect law enforcement palace? It's just a fool. Tell the outer sect law enforcement hall. Isn't it to offend Chu Yuan to death? Whoever wants to go anyway, Daddy won't go. Don't drag Daddy to death. Chu Yuan, what kind of person is he? I can feel the fog surrounding him. Many outer sect disciples struggled to get up. Until now, their legs were still weak. Thinking of the coercion just now, they were all terrified and terrified. This time, their three views have been refreshed. A person they thought was a waste turned out to be a peerless powerhouse. He killed more than 100 outer sect disciples without blinking his eyes. This incident has become a psychological shadow for many outer sect disciples. There are also outer sect disciples who feel that those outer sect disciples who died deserve to die. Crunch. It smells so strong. What's going on? The breeze blew, and the bloody smell spread out, passing by many outer sect disciples' wooden houses, causing them to open the door in doubt. When they learned that more than 100 outer sect disciples had died in the distance, they were stunned. Coercion, in fact, is the use of cultivation base, which is a kind of aura. The cultivation environment can disperse true qi into the surrounding air, causing air pressure. However, the cultivation base of the cultivation environment is too weak. The formed aura is naturally very weak. With improvement of the cultivation base, the formed aura can become stronger and stronger, especially in the realm of the gods. This is not only air oppression, but even a rudimentary form of space oppression, which is used to suppress the cultivation-based low people. It's easy. Even, it can be used in multiple ways. For example, a look in the past can cause aura oppression and oppress people to death. It is tantamount to killing others with the look. The strong deal with the weak. It's really a dimensionality reduction blow. Chu Yuan summed up the principle of coercion. From the beginning to the end, he actually used coercion to kill people. It's just that after reaching his realm, the control over coercion is already very strong. You can make coercion a line or a point. It doesn't have to be range coverage. For example, when he killed Ying, he just looked at him, forming a point of coercion and blowing Ying away. The first time I killed someone, I didn't want to be too bloody after all. Chu Yuan is telling the truth. Otherwise, those who were killed by him would not be as simple as smashing their internal organs and vomiting blood to death. He can completely turn those people into blood mist. But it doesn't matter. If you kill a few more times, it won't feel bloody. Chu Yuan didn't feel much about killing people. It's like killing a few chickens. There is nothing to bear. Now that he has traveled to this kind of world, it is natural to fight and kill. He is not the virgin, and those people who were killed before, in his opinion, should be killed. It can be regarded as revenge for the original body. Chu Yuan controlled the coercion very well just now, and it didn't cause too much fluctuation. You know, the outer sect of Tian Yinzong actually has many outer sect elders. These outer sect elders are the cultivation base of the divine alchemy realm. But just now, they didn't notice Chu Yuan's attack. Otherwise, they might have rushed over. The places where the disciples of the outer sect of the Tianyin sect live are several connected peaks outside the Tianyin mountain range. The vertical and horizontal distance is more than 10 miles, and every outer sect disciple has an exclusive log cabin. After Chu Yuan killed someone, he stepped lightly, and his whole body turned into an afterimage and disappeared. Soon, he appeared 10 miles away. Wherever he went, no one saw his figure clearly. I just felt a strong wind blowing by me. He stopped in front of a wooden house. This wooden house was so luxurious. Compared with other wooden houses, it was like the difference between a hut and a villa. This is the wooden house that Gu Qingxue personally remodeled. It's really extraordinary. Chu Yuan sighed in admiration. That person is Chu Yuan? He's fine. Didn't he be injured? Was he driven to a dilapidated wooden house 10 miles away? How was his injury healed? Besides, is he trying to take the cabin back? Strange, how did he come here? Why didn't I find out? How does it feel? As if he appeared out of thin air. In a blink of an eye, he appeared. Some outer sect disciples here couldn't help talking when they saw him. The news of the dead 10 miles away has not yet reached here. Chu Yuan didn't bother to pay attention to these outer sect disciples. He yelled directly to the luxurious wooden house, Zhang Tianbao, come out and die. As soon as Chu Yuan finished speaking, those outer sect disciples couldn't help but gasp. He actually came to look for Zhang Tianbao, and he was so crazy. Could it be that goddess Gu has returned? Otherwise, how dare he? And this time, a rough voice came from the luxury wooden house. Let me come out to die? Chu Yuan, are you impatient to live? The door of the wooden house opened, and a dark-skinned, thick-skinned man came out. He wears the clothing of a disciple of the outer sect, with a long knife hanging from his waist. His temperament is more like a bandit. He is Zhang Tianbao, forging body 9th stage peak. In this outer sect belonged to the person who stands at the top. You didn't die. Zhang Tianbao was quite surprised. At the beginning, Chu Yuan was kicked away by him, and he was directly seriously injured. His men were all punching and kicking from behind, causing more injuries. He had concluded that Chu Yuan would not survive 3 days. Unexpectedly, the other party stood in front of him alive. Chu Yuan looked at Zhang Tianbao calmly and said slowly, hand over my things, and I may consider keeping your whole... Chu Yuan's words not only stunned Zhang Tianbao, but also stunned the surrounding outer sect disciples. Let Zhang Tianbao die? What is Chu Yuan talking about? That's right, Zhang Tianbao's strength is outstanding in the entire outer sect, ranking 9th in the outer sect combat power list. Chu Yuan is a 4th stage forging body. How dare he say such a thing? It's over. He angered Zhang Tianbao. Now, without the support of Goddess Gu, even if he was beaten to death, no one cares about it. The surrounding outer sect disciples didn't understand why Chu Yuan dared to say such a thing. At the same time, they also felt that by offending Zhang Tianbao, Chu Yuan was finished. Ha 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 ha. At this time, after Zhang Tianbao realized it, he laughed loudly. It turns out that although you survive by luck, your brain is broken. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said such insane words. Chu Yuan was not angry because of his words. He was just an ant, not worth making him angry. I gave you the chance to keep the whole body, but unfortunately, you didn't cherish it. Chu Yuan shook his head with a regretful expression. Act recklessly. Chu Yuan's words made Zhang Tianbao very upset. Since you insist on courting death, then I will help you. Zhang Tianbao took a step forward, his whole body turned into an afterimage, and kicked Chu Yuan. For days ago, the original body was seriously injured by his kick like this. It's over. Many disciples of the outer sect feel that the end is sealed. Too weak, too slow. Chu Yuan's voice suddenly rang in Zhang Tianbao's ears, and Chu Yuan's figure had disappeared from Zhang Tianbao's sight. Not good. Although he didn't understand what was going on, Zhang Tianbao had a bad premonition. It was too late to think of retreating. Chu Yuan suddenly appeared on his side and grabbed his ankle. Crack! The sound of bones smashing sounded. What? At the same time, there was Zhang Tianbao's scream. Immediately afterwards, Chu Yuan swung Zhang Tianbao back and forth on the ground. Boom! 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 Several deep pits were smashed into the ground, and the surrounding earth shook, making a dull sound. Click! Zhang Tianbao, who was bloody and unconscious, was thrown to the ground by Chu Yuan. Like a dead body, it didn't move, only blood flowed horizontally. And those outer sect disciples who were watching around had their mouths wide open, stunned. Their eyeballs are about to pop out. Zhang Tianbao was killed. Chu Yuan, how could he be so strong? Zhang Tianbao has no power to fight back. Chu Yuan's strength is probably close to the top 3 in the outer sect combat power list. Scary. Although I don't understand why Chu Yuan became so powerful. But this moment, everyone's eyes were full of shock and awe, even fear. That is the attitude of the weak towards the strong. Stop! And at this moment, an angry shout came from inside the luxurious wooden house. Whoosh! At the next moment, a figure came directly outside the door. The face of the visitor was 7 or 8 points similar to Zhang Tianbao, but he was much thinner, and he was wearing the clothes of the inner disciple of Tian Yenzong. Boom! A powerful coercive aura made the surroundings depressive. Senior brother Zhang Tianhu. That's Zhang Tianbao's big brother, the inner disciple. It is said that the cultivation base has reached the 7th stage of true origin realm. Such a terrifying coercion. So strong. Zhang Tianbao was beaten to death by Chu Yuan. Brother Zhang Tianhu was furious. Although Chu Yuan can beat Zhang Tianbao, how can he match the 7th stage? Walking around, Chu Yuan still has to finish. The momentum is getting bigger and bigger, and more outer sect disciples are watching. Many outer sect disciples couldn't help sighing. Chu Yuan just defeated Zhang Tianbao, and before he had time to show off, the inner disciple jumped out. Chu Yuan glanced at Zhang Tianhu. On Zhang Tianhu's ring finger, there is a gorgeous ring. That is the original owner's interspatial ring. You ordered Zhang Tianbao and his men to attack me. Chu Yuan was extremely calm. Zhang Tianhu's coercion was like air to him. So what? Zhang Tianhu snorted coldly, and then he found something. He narrowed his eyes. Huh? You didn't fear my coercion. It seems that you really have some skills. No wonder you can beat me, little brother. I, little brother, was beaten like this by you. Today, you will die here. Zhang Tianhu's murderous intent was lingering. He came 4 days ago to get Chu Yuan's interspatial ring, but he found that the spirit-gathering array in Chu Yuan's wooden house was even more advanced than that of his inner disciple's residence, and it was easier practice here. So he stayed here to practice for a while, but he didn't expect that Chu Yuan didn't die. He originally thought that his little brother could solve it. Unexpectedly, it was seconded. If Chu Yuan is not killed today, Where will he put the face of this inner disciple? Zhang Tianhu walked towards Chu Yuan step by step with coercion. You think you're strong? Chu Yuan sneered. Boom! An even more terrifying coercion descended. This coercion was tens of thousands of times more terrifying than Zhang Tianhu's. Those outer sect disciples who were watching felt that countless mountains were pressing down from their heads, and they couldn't bear the coercion. He knelt down on the ground, and Zhang Tianhu was pressed down on the ground, unable to move. This? Those outer sect disciples who were watching looked at Chu Yuan in astonishment. They found out they were dead wrong. What kind of bullshit is the top 3 in the outer sect power list? What kind of shit can't match the 7th stage? They are simply frogs at the bottom of a well, because they are too small. Chu Yuan, how could he be so strong? Chu Yuan is also a celebrity. The beauty depends entirely on the younger sister, and she is extremely weak. This is the impression of Chu Yuan from many outer sect disciples. And Chu Yuan at this moment made them feel very strange. You, impossible. How could you be so strong? Zhang Tianhu was still able to speak. He opened his mouth in disbelief. Just when Chu Yuan used coercion, many places in the outer sect of Tianyin sect were alarmed. Because this time, he didn't control it deliberately. He just wanted to use strong coercion to make Zhang Tianhu understand that Zhang Tianhu is an ant, who is the coercion of the divine alchemy realm. This coercion is very strange. Go and see. Whoosh whoosh. Immediately, streamers flashed across several places, and powerful auras flew out, all in the realm of divine alchemy. There is no doubt that they are all the outer sect elders of the Tianyin sect. This palpitating and familiar coercion. Chu Yuan made a move on the other side. Zhang Tianbao and the others must be finished. 10 miles away, many outer sect disciples raised their heads. They felt the coercive fluctuations from afar, familiar and palpitating. The picture of Chu Yuan killing more than 100 outer sect disciples with coercion once again appeared in front of their eyes, and some outer sect disciples turned pale instantly. It's good that Zhang Tianbao and the others are dead. This kind of moth who harms the same family and bullies the weak, the more they die, the better. Some outer sect disciples also said, What happened? What's going on? It can be said that Chu Yuan's coercion has spread to the entire residence of the outer sect disciples. Some outer sect disciples from closed-door training came out in doubt. You are returning to the sea? No, you are in the divine alchemy. Zhang Tianhu was terrified. Chu Yuan's coercion was too terrifying. Even returning to the sea could not have such a coercion. He couldn't figure it out. Didn't it mean that Chu Yuan was from the 4th stage of body training with low qualifications? Waste? Why is it so strong? Chu Yuan? No. Senior brother Chu. Senior Chu. I was wrong. You don't remember the faults of villains. Let me go. I will give you back everything that belongs to you. I will also give you what I own. I have never shot you. It was Zhang Tianbao who made the decision. If you want to kill him, just kill him. Let me go. Under the terrifying coercion, Zhang Tianhu felt like an ant. He realized that he was too small and could be wiped out at any time. He didn't want to die. He was an inner disciple. He wanted to become a core disciple, and he wanted to be a stronger person. Man, he can't just die like this. So he begged for mercy and asked Chu Yuan to spare him. As for his little brother, he would die if he died. At worst, he would let his parents have another one. Little brother's life is not as important as his own life. Aren't you proud just now? Are you afraid of death now? Chu Yuan dismissed Zhang Tianhu's begging for mercy. He hooked his fingers. An array of true energy cut off Zhang Tianhu's ring finger, rolled the gorgeous interspatial ring, and returned to him. After the true essence washed away the blood on it, Chu Yuan put on his hand. The pain of severed finger made Zhang Tianhu's complexion turn pale, but he restrained himself from making a sound. The other disciples in the outer sect felt extremely sad when they saw this scene. No one could have imagined that things would turn out like this in the end. Tens of thousands of low-grade spirit stones, a few bottles of 4th-rank healing medicine pill, a black iron gun, and 3 jade swords. The items in the interspatial ring except for the low-grade spirit stones, which are a few hundred less, other things pretty much the same. Chu Yuan checked the items in the interspatial ring. Especially when seeing the 3 jade swords, Chu Yuan became speechless. It's just because these 3 jade swords were left by Gu Qingxue for the original body to save his life. Every jade sword has Gu Qingxue's full blow. Moreover, it was Gu Qingxue's full blow when he was in the 9th stage. There is no doubt that under the supernatural powers, it is difficult for anyone to resist. The reason why Chu Yuan felt speechless was because Yuan Shun held such a sharp weapon in his hand, but he didn't dare to use it. When he was beaten by Zhang Tianbao and the others, Yuan Shun didn't use it because he was afraid of killing people and causing trouble. The final result was that the original body was seriously injured and died depressed. Damn it. Depressed? ***. Now that he knew he couldn't make it through, wouldn't it be okay to take 3 jade swords and kill them as well? So, can Chu Yuan not be speechless? Zhang Tianhu is also stupid, Chu Yuan murmured. Just now Zhang Tianhu clearly knew that Chu Yuan was not afraid of his coercion, but he was still walking towards Chu Yuan, so couldn't he take out a jade sword to defend himself? Of course, even if Zhang Tianhu was prepared to take the jade sword, he would not be able to succeed, because after Chu Yuan fused the original body's memory, he knew the existence of the jade sword from the beginning to the end, and he was always on guard. If Zhang Tianhu made a move, he would suppress it in a single thought. And Zhang Tianhu didn't take the jade sword, which made him more relaxed. Scanning eyes. Chu Yuan secretly used the scanning eye to check the interspatial ring. Suddenly, many golden frames appeared in front of his eyes. Interspatial ring, low grade, with a diameter of 10 feet, can be enhanced 10,000 times, yes/no. Low-rank spirit stones, 53,663 yuan, containing relatively pure spirit stones, which can be enhanced 10,000 times, yes/no. Healing medicine pill, 24 third-rank pills, 8 fourth-rank pills, can be enhanced 10,000 times, yes/no. Mysterious tie gun, the ultimate ordinary soldier, it can be strengthened 10,000 times, yes/no. Sword chi jade swords, 3 pieces disposable items, containing sword chi that sweeps the realm of the gods, can be strengthened 10,000 times, yes/no. Chu Yuan was overjoyed. Sure enough, it can be enhanced 10,000 times. Chu Yuan grinned. Naturally, everything's been enhanced 10,000 times. Chu Yuan reached out and tapped a few times in front of his face. No one knew what he was doing. Because of the golden frame of the system, only he can see it. Soon, numerous notification sounds from the system sounded, prompting that the 10,000 times enhancement has been completed. Chu Yuan quickly checked. Interspatial ring is divided into low grade, medium grade, high grade, and extreme grade. The gap between each product is 100 times. After tens of thousands of enhancements, get the top grade interspatial ring and become even more gorgeous. The range inside has reached a diameter of 100,000 feet. The space inside the interspatial ring is a circle calculated by diameter, not a square. 100,000 feet, enough to hold too many things. The spirit stones are also divided into low grade, medium grade, high grade, and extreme grade. The gap between each product is also 100 times. So Chu Yuan finally got 53,663 top-grade spirit stones that contain a lot of rich and pure spiritual chi. 1 high-grade spirit stones is equal to 10,000 low-grade spirit stones. Healing medicine pill. After tens of thousands of enhancements, he obtained 24 7th rank and 8 8th rank. Because the gap between the 1st and 9th grades of medicine pill is 10 times. 8th grade healing medicine pill. It is no exaggeration to say that as long as there is still 1 breath left, one can be brought back to life. It can also be regarded as a life-saving thing. In the division of weapons, respectively, are ordinary soldiers, spiritual soldiers, divine armament, Tao soldiers, holy weapons. Each major level, subdivided into low grade, medium grade, high grade, and extreme grade. The gap between each big level is also 100 times. Black Iron Gun. This is the best ordinary soldier. After tens of thousands of enhancements, Chu Yuan finally got the best divine armament. At this moment, the Black Iron Gun has changed its appearance, in addition to becoming more domineering in appearance. Just standing there is divine power spreading out. The ultimate divine armament. Even the inner sect elders of the supernatural realm of the Tianyin sect may not have it. What Chu Yuan looks forward to the most is actually these 3 jade swords, although it is a disposable product. However, this can be used as a whole card. After being strengthened 10,000 times, the 3 jade swords became even more brilliant. The sword chi contained in it is even more terrifying. After being strengthened 10,000 times, it has reached the point of sweeping the soul palace. Chu Yuan is simply too satisfied. Divine Dan realm, supernatural power realm, soul palace realm, golden body realm. After the 10,000 times enhancement, the power of the 2 big realms has been increased, which is normal because the further you go to the back of your cultivation, the bigger the gap will be. With these 3 jade swords in my body, who can stop me if I can't get out of the golden body? You must know that none of the Tianyin sect has a golden body. In Tianyin zone, the supernatural powers are the inner sect elders. Deputy sect leader, retired elder, they are nothing but soul palace realm. Chu Yuan felt that the background of Tianyin zone should be the half-step golden body state. I have mastered it now, enough to subvert sect's trump card. From first-order ways to enough to overthrow sect, only 4. This kind of jade sword can be strengthened 10,000 times, so I should also be able to make a full blow thing myself, and then 10,000 times strengthen it as a trump card. It's just that making this kind of thing is quite troublesome. Things that contain a full blow are not so easy to make. There are 2 conditions. First, the material is very important. The thing used to carry a full blow must have a strong ability to withstand it. Second, the full strength must be to save it with 1 hit. You need to describe a lot of confinement formations. Moreover, it takes a lot of time to describe the kind while making. Chu Yuan felt that if he had time, he could try it. But it's not necessary now, because even if the things he made were strengthened 10,000 times, they would not be as strong as the 3 jade swords in his hand. Because Chu Yuan's current strength is definitely not as good as Gu Qingxue, who was in the 9th stage of God Alchemy realm back then. Converge your thoughts. Chu Yuan glanced at Zhang Tianbao. He didn't kill him just now. Zhang Tianbao just passed out, but just now he deliberately stimulated with coercion. Zhang Tianbao had already woken up, and Zhang Tianbao's eyes were full of resentment. Half are for Chu Yuan. The other half was for Zhang Tianhu. He heard Zhang Tianhu's words very clearly just now. His big brother didn't care about his life at all, and even wanted him to die. He hates it. At this moment, Zhang Tianbao was motionless. He was just pretending to be dead, because he felt that maybe playing dead was the only way to survive. Chu Yuan was too powerful. Even the big brother Zhang Tianhu was no match for him. He could no longer raise the heart to resist. You didn't cherish the opportunity to keep the whole body, then dissipate. Chu Yuan's indifferent voice sounded. Fear appeared in Zhang Tianbao's eyes, but before he could move, he was directly crushed by the coercion and turned into a bloody mist. Seeing this scene, Zhang Tianhu's heart trembled. Next, it's your turn. Chu Yuan's devil-like voice rang in Zhang Tianhu's ears. No, you can't kill me. I can't die yet. Zhang Tianhu felt the shadow of death descending, panicked to the extreme. His voice was trembling, full of pleading. Don't kill me. Please, I can tell you who told us to deal with you. Oh, who is it? Chu Yuan became a little interested. I said, don't kill me. Zhang Tianhu trembled. You're not qualified to negotiate terms with me. Your life or death depends on your mood, and you can do what you want. Chu Yuan was very calm, so calm that it was scary. I said, it's Zhao Hong. He is a core disciple, and he told us to put you to death. Otherwise, we wouldn't dare. It's him, it's all him. As for why he did it, I don't know. Zhang Tianhu's desire to survive is full. It's interesting. The outer sect disciple went to the inner disciple, and now he has pulled out the core disciple. Next, is there still a true disciple? Chu Yuan felt that this was too bloody. I've told you everything I know. Just let me go. Zhang Tianhu said hopefully. Let you go? I never said that. Chu Yuan smiled disdainfully. You? Damn. You are damn. Zhang Tianhu was about to collapse. Chu Yuan raised his hand, ready to kill Zhang Tianhu. Stop. But at this moment, a loud shout sounded. Immediately afterwards, 7 figures came from the sky, and those who returned to the sea state could walk in the air, but the few who came were all in the divine alchemy state. The outer sect of Tianyinzong has the outer sect law enforcement hall, the outer sect task hall, the outer sect resource hall, and the outer sect sutra library. Every institution has multiple outer sect elders sitting in charge. What comes now is not all. The breath of each of the 7 gods is terrifying, and their coercion is like a boundless sea, surging and surging, sweeping hundreds of miles around. Elder, the outer sect elders are here. Seeing this scene, many outer sect disciples were moved. 7 of them came as soon as they came. Is that really Chu Yuan? That's right, it's him. The old man recognizes him. Isn't he a waste? Why is there a cultivation base in the divine alchemy realm? Weird. Humph. No matter what, he's slaughtered so many disciples today. He must give me an explanation to the outer sect hall of law enforcement. Don't be impulsive. The life of that outer sect disciple is worth less than him. Let's not mention other things for now. Let's stop him first. If we let him continue to kill, will we put our old faces? The 7 outer sect elders were all talking while walking, and to be honest, they were also very confused, not knowing why Chu Yuan became so powerful. When they first found out that it was Chu Yuan, they all thought they were dazzled. Outer sect elders? Chu Yuan glanced at it, but didn't take it seriously. Elder, save me. I am the inner disciple. Chu Yuan, you can't kill me. The elders are here. Zhang Tianhu was excited as if he had grasped the straw for his life. Noisy. Chu Yuan frowned, and a wisp of true energy popped out, instantly turning Zhang Tianhu into a blood mist. The faces of the 7 outer sect elders changed. Chu Yuan shot too fast. They were far away, and there was no time to stop them. Didn't it tell you to stop? Why are you still doing it? An extremely muscular outer sect elders with white beard and hair pointed at Chu Yuan angrily. Who are you? Chu Yuan said lightly. This old man is the 3rd elder of the outer sect hall of law enforcement, Wang Wuji. Wang Wuji shook his sleeve robe. Outer sect hall of law enforcement? Chu Yuan sneered. His body also floated up, standing in the air, but instead of facing those outer sect elders, he wanted to go in the direction of the inner sect. Stop, you can't go. Wang Wuji's voice came. Chu Yuan stopped and turned around. What do you want? Wang Wuji snorted coldly. You killed more than 100 outer sect disciples, and even killed an inner disciple in front of us. How could you just walk away? Come with us to the hall of law enforcement in the outer sect. Oh, Chu Yuan smiled angrily. Are you going to arrest me? That's natural, Wang Wuji said. Chu Yuan, I don't know why you suddenly became a god, but this is Tianyinzong, and in Tianyinzong, you must abide by the rules of Tianyinzong. Pay the price. Pay the price. Chu Yuan sneered. You only know that I killed them, but do you know where you were when they killed me? Why don't you come out and make them pay the price? They kill you? How could they kill you at the level of a divine alchemy? Wang Wuji blew his beard and stared. Forget it. It doesn't make sense to you. Chu Yuan shook his head, turned around, and continued towards the direction of the inner sect. Whoosh whoosh. 7 figures surrounded him. You can't go. Another outer sect elder spoke. Before I get angry, get out of the way, otherwise you will bear the consequences. Chu Yuan didn't want to pay too much attention to these outer sect elders. Chu Yuan, even if you have the cultivation base of the divine core realm, you can't tolerate your presumptuousness. This is sect. Another outer sect elders said in a deep voice. Chu Yuan narrowed his eyes slightly and said in a deep voice, So, are you determined to stop me? Wang Wuji said solemnly, Chu Yuan, something is wrong. I really can't let you go. You are only in the fourth stage of the physical training state, but now you are in the divine alchemy state. This kind of thing is too mysterious. To put it bluntly, say, I believe that you have been robbed. Moreover, you killed so many outer sect disciples, which caused a bad influence. No matter what happens today, you have to go to the outer sect hall of law enforcement. We won't do anything to you. We will invite the inner sect elders to come, and they will have the final say on how to deal with you. Chu Yuan understood. It seemed that these people would not let him go easily. He was too lazy to talk nonsense, so he directly chose to do it. Of the 7 outer sect elders, 3 are at the peak of the first stage of the divine pill realm, 2 are the third stage of the divine pill realm, and the other 2, one is the fourth stage of the divine pill realm, and the other is Wang Wuji, the fourth stage of the divine pill realm peak. With a bang, terrifying true essence flowed around Chu Yuan, vast and boundless, releasing endless divine power. Suppress him together, Wang Wuji shouted. The 7 gods shot together. For a moment, coercion swept out, and the situation changed. 7 outer sect elders attacked together. Chu Yuan will be suppressed now. That's right, the outer sect elders are all old-fashioned alchemy realms. Even if it's one-on-one, Chu Yuan is probably not enough. What's more, it's 7-on-1. I really want to know why Chu Yuan became the god alchemy realm. Many outer sect disciples looked up at the sky. Those 8 figures were releasing terrifying coercion. For them, it seemed like the sky was falling. At the same time, the outer sect resource hall, the outer sect law enforcement hall, and other places, and the other outer sect elders who were not dispatched, all looked at that place from a distance. This Chu Yuan is really surprising. Not only did he become the divine alchemy realm, but he also directly reached the divine alchemy realm 4th stage. Could it be that he is not a waste, but a genius with a special physique that is only slightly worse than the goddess Guqing Xue, Deva's capital? He has been pretending to be weak all these years. Impossible. If that's the case, then the big elder cooperated with him in acting? After all, he was brought back by the big elder and Guqing Xue. The big elder must be very clear about his qualifications. Oh, I don't understand. I don't understand at all. The cultivation base already has the 4th stage, but I just don't know how the combat power is. These outer sect elders are all watching the show, and they don't mean to help at all. 7 shots to deal with 1. This is not enough for not wanting face. Outer sect on the sky. The 7 elders of the divine alchemy realm joined forces, and their true essence formed a 7-story pagoda covering a radius of 10 miles, and they came towards Chu Yuan with a terrifying force of suppression. Suddenly, the sky and the earth changed color. Break! Chu Yuan was extremely indifferent. Dantian's inner god pill spun, releasing the terrifying power of true essence. The true essence gathered on his fist, and he punched it out fiercely. Although he didn't practice any martial skill, it's an ordinary punch. But the cultivation technique he cultivated is as high as the earth-level middle grade. And what about these outer sect elders? Cultivation is nothing more than the cultivation technique of the top grade or the best grade of Xian grade. In cultivation technique, Chu Yuan is far ahead, and the superimposed explosion brought by cultivation technique at this moment is reflected to the fullest. Boom! Hearing a huge bang, the huge 7-story pagoda with a radius of 10 miles was split open by Chu Yuan's punch, and it was covered with cobweb-like cracks in an instant. And then the true essence leaked, and the 7-story pagoda directly collapsed. Not good. The expressions of the 7 gods changed, and they retreated one after another. Here, Chu Yuan actually repelled the outer sect elders. Oh my god, the outer sect elders of the 7 gods. How did he do it? Chu Yuan's strength is so terrifying. I really don't understand. How dare Zhang Tianbao and the others provoke this kind of existence? They are looking for death. Many outer sect disciples were terrified to see it. Chu Yuan's strength really refreshed their cognition again and again. Wang Wuji and the others didn't suppress it. How could Chu Yuan be so strong? He didn't use any martial skill. The cultivation technique he cultivated must have a very high level. Chu Yuan, You really keep surprising people. No, it's just shocking. What should I do? Do you want to help? F asterisk asterisk K it. Chu Yuan is too abnormal. I don't want to get into this muddy water. It makes sense. Let's just watch. Anyway, Wang Wuji and the others haven't really made a move yet. Just now, they were careless. Yes, if they are serious, they should be fine. Those outer sect elders also started talking. Such a terrifying true essence. Unexpectedly, you have cultivated a high-level cultivation technique. Wang Wuji looked at Chu Yuan in shock. What he cultivated himself was the best cultivation technique of the Xian level, and it was the kind that had been cultivated to great success. Chu Yuan exploded the pagoda built by their true essence just by relying on his powerful true essence. It is enough to see that the quality of Chu Yuan's true essence is very high. However, don't be complacent. Just now, we haven't taken it seriously. There was a flash of light in Wang Wuji's hand, and there was an extra bloody sword. The other 6 gods also took out their own weapons. They're going to get serious. Suppress Chu Yuan by force. A weapon. Chu Yuan chuckled. It's like nobody owns it. Mysterious Dragon Spear. After the top-grade mortal black iron gun was strengthened 10,000 times, it became the top-grade divine armament. It has become the best divine armament, and it is a bit out of line to call it a black iron gun. Just right. His martial skill is called Mysterious Dragon Spear, so he changed the name of the gun to Mysterious Dragon Spear. As soon as Chu Yuan's voice fell, OM, the Xianlong spear appeared in his hands, with extraordinary power. Spiritual armament? Divine armament? Wang Wuji frowned after seeing the Xianlong spear. After hearing Wang Wuji's words, Chu Yuan couldn't help laughing. He touched the Xianlong spear. Although the power has been revealed, but not much, so that others can't tell whether you are a spirit soldier or a divine armament. Talking. Chu Yuan's hand touched the tip of the spear. The skin was cut, and a drop of blood mixed with real essence melted into the black dragon spear. A drop of blood recognizes the Lord. After absorbing Chu Yuan's blood and true essence, the Xianlong spear has been revived. Chu Yuan held the black dragon spear, and terrifying true energy poured into the gun. Boom! The aura belonging to the best divine armament is undoubtedly revealed at this moment. A terrifying power swept out. It's like a black dragon recovering. Ding, ding, ding. The 7 outer sect elders of the divine alchemy realm were directly forced back by the power of the black dragon spear. Every step stomps the air. Extreme, extreme divine armament. You actually have the best divine armament. The faces of the 7 outer sect elders in the divine alchemy realm were all pale at the moment. They were shocked. The ultimate divine armament, even in the supernatural realm, may not be there. They did not expect that Chu Yuan would have such a weapon. And right in front of them, confessed the Lord with a drop of blood. The best divine armament. The power is too terrifying. Chu Yuan holds the ultimate divine armament. Even if he doesn't have any martial skill, he can easily sweep them away. Based on the meaning of those elders' words, what Chu Yuan is holding turned out to be the best divine armament. Isn't that a weapon only used by Soul Palace Rel power? Chu Yuan is not only powerful, but the treasure is also so terrifying. Those outer sect disciples were even more shocking. They are really envious and jealous. Brush, brush, brush. In various places in the outer sect, numerous outer sect elders stood up, looking into the distance with fiery eyes. Never underestimate the temptation and shock brought by the best divine armament, because in the entire outer sect of Tianyin's sect, let alone the best divine armament, even mid-range divine armament has none of it. Only a few mighty outer sect elders possess the lower-tier divine armament. It's his outer sect elders, all using spirit weapons, divine armament, and it's the best divine armament. How can he, Chu Yuan, possess such a treasure? It must have been left to him by goddess Gu Qingshu. If only I had a divine armament like this. Many outer sect elders, some are already ready to move. They'd love to go and claim the ultimate divine armament for themselves. But in the end, no one moved, because they know, even if they snatch the top-grade divine armament, they can't keep such a treasure. Not to mention, they're still not sure that they can snatch the top-grade divine armament from Chu Yuan's hands. Boom! Suddenly, the outer sect is law enforcement. A terrifying figure rushed out of it. It turned out to be Palace Master Zhao. Is he going to grab Chu Yuan's best divine armament? Many outer sect elders watched in horror. In the outer sect, the existence that could be called the Palace Master is very terrifying. The master of the first hall, Cultivation base, must be the pinnacle of the ninth stage of the ninth stage of the ninth stage, and even half a foot has stepped into the ninth stage. Hall Master Zhao's Cultivation base is powerful and accompanied by a low-grade divine armament. Even if Chu Yuan has the top-grade divine armament, his Cultivation base in the fourth stage of the divine alchemy realm probably won't be able to exert much power. If Hall Master Zhao makes a move, Chu Yuan will definitely not be able to use it. Withstand. Jianzhu Zhao has a strong background. Others are afraid of goddess Gu Qingxue, but he is not afraid. What's more, Gu Qingxue may not be able to come back. Chu Yuan's best divine armament should not be kept. Even Chu Yuan may be to be sanctioned. Are you still going to fight? Chu Yuan held the black dragon spear and pointed it at the seven gods. The faces of the seven gods are extremely ugly. Let's fight. They probably won't be able to fight. Let's not fight. This time they return without success. Losing face is a big loss. Just when they were in trouble, a powerful aura hit from the Hall of Law Enforcement in the outer sect. It's Palace Master Zhao. Everyone retreat. Wang Wuji shouted. The boss is here. They happen to have a reason to retreat. In an instant, they all retreated several miles away. Chu Yuan ignored them, but looked in the direction of Dianzhu Zhao. He still looked calm. What about the Hall Master? Not to mention a mere divine alchemy realm. So what if it is a supernatural power realm or a soul palace realm? If Chu Yuan hadn't been sure, he wouldn't have been so high profile. Since he is so high profile, he is naturally not afraid of everyone in Tianyinzong. A mere outer sect Hall Master. Even if the sect leader of the Tianyin sect came, he wouldn't panic in the slightest. Chu Yuan, the sinner, didn't care about his brotherhood. He slaughtered more than 100 of his fellow men. There is no doubt that he is the same as Devil Dao. Today I will suppress and kill this demon. Dianzhu Zhao. The voice came first before the person arrived, and he put a high hat of sinner and demon on Chu Yuan's head. Immediately afterwards, a terrifying coercion filled the sky, like dark clouds overwhelming the city, sweeping in, and among them, there was a bone-chilling killing intent that made people feel cold all over. Under the oppression of this terrifying momentum, let alone those outer sect disciples, it is the weaker outer sect elders who dare not take a breath. Want to kill me? After feeling the piercing killing intent, Chu Yuan's eyes became extremely cold. None of the seven gods had any killing intent. They just wanted to suppress him, but this person didn't want to suppress him. But town kill. Is it because of the top-grade divine armament? Chu Yuan snorted coldly. Exactly. Palace Master Zhao has an ordinary appearance, with white hair fluttering in the wind, and a black dress that exudes an extraordinary divine light. Behind him, there is a black sacred mountain suspended, exuding a mighty divine light, and the divine power is like hell. Exactly. It was a piece of divine armament. The cultivation base at the peak of the ninth stage is released without restraint, and the terrifying primordial energy is like a vast ocean, bursting with black light, continuously flowing, surging, covering the sky. The cultivation base is not high, but it's good at ostentation. I know, it's the divine alchemy realm coming, but I don't know, I think it's the immortal king coming to the mortal world. Chu Yuan shook his head disdainfully gaudy. Zhao Jinju's speed was extremely fast. Within a few breaths, he covered a distance of tens of miles and arrived not far from Chu Yuan. The demon is so daring. He didn't run away after seeing this old man. Palace Master Zhao's voice was as loud as a bronze bell, deafening. What are you yelling for? Don't you just want my black dragon spear? Why bother labeling me as a demon? Just come and get it if you want it. Chu Yuan stood with his gun behind his back, without any hesitation. He planned to use the other party to practice mysterious dragon spear technique. He really didn't make a mistake in picking the name of this marksmanship, and it was considered wrong at the beginning because the content of the marksmanship does have something to do with dragons. He's sharp-tongued, but he just doesn't know how capable he is. Dianju Zhao snorted coldly. Treasures are for those who are capable. He is indeed the best divine armament who is greedy for the other party, but naturally he will not say it clearly. Down! As Palace Master Zhao waved his hand, the black sacred mountain flew out instantly, carrying endless divine power, and suppressed Chu Yuan. It's really prudent to deal with those whose cultivation base is weaker than themselves, and even use the low-grade divine armament. It seems that he is also afraid of the power of the top-grade divine armament. Chu Yuan could tell that Palace Master Zhao was also afraid of his black dragon spear. Mysterious dragon marksmanship. Chu Yuan's figure disappeared, his true energy surged, and the black dragon spear carried divine power and charged towards the black holy mountain. Chu Yuan didn't fully arouse the power of the black dragon spear. He mainly honed his marksmanship first. Break! The spear shot out like a dragon, breaking the coercion of Palace Master Zhao. Boom, boom, boom. The mysterious dragon spear collided with the black god mountain. At this moment, the power of the mysterious dragon spear did not erupt too much, but the power of the black god mountain erupted a lot. Chu Yuan held the mysterious dragon spear and kept firing to neutralize the power of the black god mountain. The profound meaning of Xianlong marksmanship poured into his heart. Every time he fired a shot, he felt something. 7 or 8 times Deva's capital is revealed at this moment. Every time he shoots, it seems like tens of thousands of shots. These insights make him change from a novice in marksmanship to a great master in marksmanship in an instant, which is extremely terrifying. Down! Zhao Jianzhu constantly manipulated the Black Mountain, launched an attack on Chu Yuan, looked for Chu Yuan's flaws, and wanted to kill Chu Yuan. Although Palace Master Zhao's cultivation base is the pinnacle of the 9th stage, the cultivation technique he cultivated should be the best at the Xian level, but it should have been cultivated to the point of perfection. Although my cultivation base is not as good as his, the quality of the true essence, but he is not weaker than him. Even if the Earth-level, middle-grade cultivation technique Tianyan Jinshenju has only been cultivated to a small success by me. On true essence, Chu Yuan is not much weaker than Palace Master Zhao, and on divine armament, Palace Master Zhao is far inferior to Chu Yuan. However, the martial skill that Zhao Palace Master has more than Chu Yuan, and the martial skill that is cast with the Black Mountain can multiply the power of the Black Holy Mountain. Boom, boom, boom. The Xianlong spear seemed to have turned into a black dragon, and it kept wandering in all directions of the Black Mountain. All of a sudden, the sound of bangs resounded through the sky, which was more deafening than the sound of thunder. They fought in the sky. All possess great power in the eyes of those outer sect disciples. It is as if Deva is fighting, and most of the outer sect elders are exclaiming, because Chu Yuan's burst of strength is not afraid of the peak of the 9th stage. At this moment, Wang Wuji and the others were all terrified. If they faced Chu Yuan at this time, they would be hard-pressed to fight, and they might fall. This junior is so difficult. At this moment, Palace Master Zhao's face was gloomy. He originally thought that the other party was only the 4th stage of the divine alchemy realm, and even with the top-grade divine armament, he would not be able to exert much power, but he realized that he was wrong. He underestimated Chu Yuan too much. Down, down, down. Wang Yang's true energy poured into the Black Mountain desperately, and the Black Mountain unleashed all kinds of killing moves, but in the end, Chu Yuan neutralized them all with the Black Dragon Gun, and Chu Yuan's marksmanship became more and more powerful. With ease, in a short period of time, he has cultivated the Xianlong marksmanship to the level of beginners. This marksmanship is the best at the prefectural level, even higher than his cultivation technique. It is divided into 5th stage, namely, 1st stage double dragon kill, second stage 9 dragon kill, third stage 100 dragon kill, and fourth stage 1000 dragons kill, fifth stage 1000 dragons kill. Now that he has started, he can perform the first stage Sanjiang kill. It's easy to get started, but it's a little bit difficult to advance to a small success. Chu Yuan frowned slightly. With his aptitude 7 or 8 times that of a Deva, when he first practiced Tianyin Jinshenju, it took only 1 day and 1 night to reach Xiaocheng. Now, if you want to practice higher-level marksmanship to a small degree, you need at least 2 days to start. He is a little dissatisfied with his aptitude. It seems that after the Tianyin sect is done, he has to go to the restricted area of Baiduan Mountain. It would be great if he can find a treasure medicine to increase his aptitude. Maybe you can find the cheap little sister of the original body. Isn't Gu Qingxue just looking for a treasure to improve her aptitude? Maybe she found it. If someone knew that Chu Yuan was not satisfied with owning 7 or 8 times Deva's capital, he would probably be so angry that he vomited blood. Deva's capital is so rare, let alone 7 or 8 times. Boy, you actually use this old man to hone your martial skill. Zhao Jianzhu's angry voice came, and after so long, he could see that Chu Yuan didn't really start a fight with him at all, but just use him to hone his marksmanship. He was being used. After learning the truth, how could Palace Master Zhao not be angry? Did you find out? But it's too late. I've already practiced it. Just in time. I'll use you to test my power. Mysterious dragon marksmanship. Boom, boom, boom. Terrifying, high-quality true energy erupted from Chu Yuan's body, gathered behind him, and finally formed 2 entwined black dragons, like 2 dragons playing with pearls. Each true energy black dragon was 1 or 2 kilometers wide. Although it is not a real dragon, there is still a terrifying coercion at the moment of formation, sweeping towards the surroundings. It's even scarier than when Palace Master Zhao's Black God Mountain used the martial skill just now. Under this terrifying power, those outer sect disciples knelt down on the ground in fear, unable to say a word, and many outer sect elders were also terrified. The hall masters of the outer sect Sutra Pavilion, the outer sect Resource Hall, the outer sect Mission Hall, and other places also had solemn faces. At this time, a hall master spoke. Zhao Shun kicked the iron plate this time. He should be greedy for the top grade divine armament. None of us dared to make a move, but he dared. Zhao Shun is naturally the real name of Palace Master Zhao. Not only are the 2 blue dragons terrifying, but the Xianlong spear in Chu Yuan's hand is also truly recovering at this moment. Just the aura of the spear itself surpasses the realm of divine alchemy, and the aura of the black divine mountain of Palace Master Zhao is completely suppressed at this moment. Chu Yuan stands in the air, holding the black dragon spear in his hand, surrounded by 2 black dragons behind his back. His eyes are filled with golden true energy, emitting golden light at this moment. He is like a young god mansion, able to suppress all enemies in the world. Ow! How can it be so terrifying? Palace Master Zhao's face turned pale in an instant. Chu Yuan's aura was too terrifying. Just standing there, he felt the threat of death. Territory. Zhao Jianzhu couldn't suppress his palpitations. His whole body was terrified. He would die, and the terrifying sense of crisis told him that once Chu Yuan made a move, he would die. But Chu Yuan is obviously just a 4th stage of the divine core realm. Why is it so scary? Could it be that the power of the top-grade divine armament has been brought into full play by him? Die! In Chu Yuan's golden eyes, a terrifying killing intent erupted. Since Jianzhu Zhao wanted to kill him, he had no choice but to send him on the road first. As soon as the spear thrust was fired, Chu Yuan disappeared like a dragon. At the same time, the 2 true essence blue dragons surrounded each other, let out a roar, and then both of them blessed the black dragon spear. Do not! Palace Master Zhao's eyes widened. He wanted to run away, but he was locked on by the terrifying aura. His intuition told him that he couldn't run away. No matter how he ran, he would be chased and killed. He could only resist, but he might be able to withstand it. He regretted it very much. He shouldn't have come. However, Who would have imagined that a person who was originally a waste of the fourth stage of the body forging state would be so terrifying after becoming the god of the alchemy state? Chu Yuan is only in his 20s, but he has lived for hundreds of years. Before the fight, he thought he was sure of Chu Yuan. Unfortunately, regret is of no use. There was no way to escape. Palace Master Zhao had no choice but to sacrifice the black sacred mountain, desperately resisting. While resisting, he said anxiously, "Chu Yuan, stop first. You can't kill this old man. This old man is from the lineage of deputy sect leader Zhao." However, Chu Yuan didn't pay attention to him, and he didn't intend to stop. The black dragon's spear shot out like a dragon and never returned. Boom! The black holy mountain couldn't bear the terrifying oppressive force, so it was directly lifted into the air. Then, a bright streamer of twin dragons pierced through Palace Master Zhao. The twin dragons disappeared, and the streamer manifested a figure, which was Chu Yuan, standing with a gun. "I am unwilling." After Palace Master Zhao said a few words in a low voice, he exploded and turned into blood mist. To be precise, the blood mist was evaporated by the remaining power of the black dragon spear. Palace Master Zhao fell, leaving no bones left. Standing with a gun in hand, Chu Yuan exudes true energy and spirit and has an undefeated aura on his body, just like a young god king. He opened his left hand, and in his palm, there was an extra interspatial ring, which belonged to Palace Master Zhao. "Come!" The black sacred mountain that he picked up just now fell down and was caught by him. Blood and true essence poured into it, erasing the mark left by Zhao Dianzhu, and seized a low-grade divine armament. For others, this is a low-grade divine armament, but for Chu Yuan, its value could be increased 10,000 times. Chu Yuan wasn't in a hurry to strengthen it 10,000 times. With his current cultivation base, using the top-grade divine armament was enough. After the low-grade divine armament was strengthened 10,000 times, he couldn't use it either. He took out a 7th-grade medicine pill and swallowed it. He was not injured. However, the use of the double dragon kill and the power of the Xianlong spear just now used up almost 90% of his real energy. Among Dantian, the divine pills have shrunk severely. But after taking the Qiping healing medicine pill, in an instant his true energy recovered 7 or 88. You must know that the role of the healing medicine pill is not only to simply heal the wound, but also to restore the true energy, which can be said to return the blood and return to the blue. His current cultivation base is low after all. Whether it is the mysterious dragon spear or the mysterious dragon spear, it shouldn't be owned and used by a divine alchemy realm. Use it lightly once and it will be drained. But there is nothing to say about the power. Chu Yuan's explosive strength just now has reached the level of supernatural powers. Therefore, only then can Dianzhu Zhao, who is at the peak of the 9th stage of the divine alchemy realm and also possesses the existence of a lower-ranked divine armament, be instantly killed. As expected of the lore of the outer sect, there are many good things. Chu Yuan checked Zhao Dianzhu's interspatial ring and was immediately delighted. There are hundreds of thousands of low-grade spirit stones, tens of thousands of middle-grade spirit stones, and hundreds of high-grade spirit stones. In medicine pill, mostly 2nd rank to 4th rank, healing, cultivation, detoxification, everything that one expects to find, dozens of bottles. Practice cultivation technique and martial skill, there are many. There are also many spiritual soldiers. There are also some miscellaneous precious medicines and so on. And many more. That is Tiandan fruit. In the corner of the interspatial ring, Chu Yuan found a pure white fruit similar to the cultivator pill. Celestial pill fruit is an incomparable treasure for a cultivator in the divine realm, because a single celestial fruit can enhance the cultivation base of a small realm cultivator in the divine realm. What is a small realm? From the 1st stage of the divine realm to the 2nd stage of the divine realm, it is a small realm. And the 1st stage of the divine realm to the peak of the 1st stage of the divine realm, or the peak of the 1st stage of the divine realm to the 2nd stage of the divine realm, can only be regarded as half a small realm. If this celestial pill is strengthened 10,000 times, what effect will it have? Chu Yuan became excited. With a flash of white light, the fist-sized heavenly pill, Chu Yuan, was in his hand. Speaking of it, he was able to recognize this as the Tianan fruit, or it was because of the original body's memory. In the original body's memory, Gu Qingxue once showed him the Tianan fruit. It's still more fun to kill people and steal goods, full of surprises, just right, to avenge the original body and to reap benefits at the same time. When this matter is over, I'm afraid we can get a lot of benefits. The Zhongheng that Zhang Tianhu said, since it is a core discipline, there should be a lot of good things. Chu Yuan muttered to himself, his eyes gleaming. 10,000 times stronger, it's better not to let others see it. After all, it's too incredible. Think up to this point. The true essence transpired and turned into layers of mist, protecting him in it and isolating other people's exploration. Subsequently, scanning eyes, open, Tiandangguo. The fourth-rank precious medicine. The only function is to enhance the cultivation base of a small realm in the Shindan realm, which can be enhanced 10,000 times, yes/no. Sure enough, it can be strengthened 10,000 times. It's so cool. Chu Yuan figured it out. No matter what, as long as it is in his hands, it will become his resource, and it can be strengthened 10,000 times. Chu Yuan didn't hesitate, and directly chose 10,000 times enhancement. Chu Yuan was able to calmly strengthen the Tiandan fruit 10,000 times. But other people can't calm down. Dianzhu Zhao has fallen, my God. How did Chu Yuan do it? Isn't he the fourth stage of the divine pill realm? He was able to defeat the peak of the ninth stage of the divine pill realm. Zhao, Dianzhu. How strong is Chu Yuan? Chu Yuan is no longer relying on his sister-in-law. He himself is an insurmountable mountain. Rely on my sister. It's a thing of the past. Chu Yuan is not weaker than Goddess Gu, but Chu Yuan seems to be on the opposite side of sect now. No matter what, I will not be his enemy. Forget it. Even if you wanna, you're not qualified to be his enemy. If Chu Yuan is not dead, he must be a new generation of legend. I'm afraid it will be very difficult for him not to die. He has killed Master Zhao, and sect will not let him go easily. Why do you think so much? We are just disciples of the outer sect. Besides being spectators, what else is there for us? Numerous outer sect disciples sighed endlessly. They didn't expect Chu Yuan to come to this step. Every time I feel that Chu Yuan is not good enough, Chu Yuan will refresh their cognition. Some people feel pity for Chu Yuan, because Chu Yuan should be sect's enemy if nothing happens. Chu Yuan actually killed Palace Master Zhao. Compared with the outer sect disciples, the numerous outer sect elders are even more terrified. Because both of them are in the divine alchemy realm, they understand the power of Palace Master Zhao. As a result, the death of Palace Master Zhao had a greater impact on them. Fortunately, he didn't directly come up and kill him before, otherwise we wouldn't be able to survive. The 7 Wang Wuji were sweating profusely. Palace Master Zhao is dead. The 7 of them added up are no match for Dianzhu Zhao. However, in the end, Dianzhu Zhao was defeated by Chu Yuan. At this moment, Wang Wuji's 7 people have already run far away. Stay away from this terrifying killing god. Chu Yuan, what a mysterious existence. There are outer sect elders mumbling. Other outer sect elders. They all nodded in agreement. Yes, Chu Yuan is really a mysterious existence. In the past, everyone knew that Goddess Gu Qingxue had a trash big brother with low qualifications. Even some outer sect elders have also personally checked Chu Yuan's body. It's really a waste of inferior qualifications. However, today's Chu Yuan is in the 4th stage of the divine alchemy realm and has the best divine armament. What's even more frightening is that he actually spends the time of fighting to hone his martial skill. Is this what trash can do? This is what geniuses and evildoers can do. Only the proud of heaven can do it. And Chu Yuan, how on earth did he turn from a good-for-nothing to the pride of heaven? And when did it change? No one knows, because they haven't paid attention to Chu Yuan for a long time. Chu Yuan seemed to be shrouded in layers of fog, making it impossible to see through. Powerful and mysterious. Like now, as soon as Chu Yuan killed Dianzhu Zhao, the mist of true essence rose around him. What was he doing? In Chu Yuan's body, the old man seems to have seen Goddess Gu in the past. Goddess Gu in the divine alchemy realm is also powerful and invincible. An outer sect elders recalled, softly. Goddess Gu, what a pity. Some outer sect elders shook their heads. A powerful aura is approaching in the distance. The people from the inner sect finally came. There are a lot of breaths in the supernatural realm. How many inner sect elders are here? Numerous outer sect elders, even the Lord and Deputy Hall Masters of each outer sect hall, etc. They all looked into the distance in shock. Streamers of light streaked across the sky, come down to the outer sect with unparalleled momentum. Oh wait, meet the elders of the inner sect. The status of the inner sect elders is just like the status of the inner disciple in front of the outer sect disciples. The inner sect elders appeared, and they, the outer sect elders, saluted and saw each other. The gap in strength, the level is strict. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Streams of light fell down, transformed into bits of inner sect elders. Everyone is free. There are 11 inner sect elders in total. They nod to the multitude of outer sect elders. The Tianyin sect was established on the Tianyin mountain range. Outer sect, the outermost part of the mountains. Inner sect, 500 miles behind the outer edge of the mountain range. The distance of 400 to 500 miles is quite far for the outer sect disciples. For the inner discipline, it also takes some time to hurry. But after returning to the sea, you can fly in the air, and it doesn't take much time for 400 or 500 miles. For the divine pill realm, it is even simpler. With a breath of time, it can easily span more than 10 miles. And the inner sect is 800 or 900 miles behind, which is the central area where the core discipline is located. There are mountain peaks there, and every core discipline has a mountain that belongs to itself. And further inside, there are magnificent palaces one after another. These palaces are the immortal caves of the inner sect elders. Except for some inner sect elders who need to sit in the inner sect, most of the others will practice in their own immortal cave. As for the deeper part of the mountains, it is the forbidden area of sect. The 11 inner sect elders here are naturally the elder who sits in the inner sect. Why are they here? Naturally, they received a summons report from the outer sect elders. When Chu Yuan just killed more than 100 outer sect disciples, no one noticed. It was not until Chu Yuan was about to kill the inner disciple Zhang Tianhu that many outer sect elders noticed Chu Yuan, but at this time, they did not summon the inner sect. Because I don't think it's necessary. Wang Wuji and the others dispatched 7, thinking that Chu Yuan could be restrained. However, they didn't expect that they couldn't restrain Chu Yuan. After Chu Yuan took out the best divine armament, no one summoned inner sect. Because Hall Master Zhao Shun made a move. Should be able to calm down Chu Yuan. It wasn't until the Lord Zhao Shun couldn't hold back that the outer sect elders summoned the inner sect one after another. Not long after they sent the summons, the Lord Zhao Shun was beheaded by Chu Yuan, and the inner sect elders came very quickly. 1. At this moment, almost all the outer sect elders, deputy hall masters, and hall masters appeared, a total of more than 30 people. Of course, this does not mean that there are only these outer sect elders of Tianyin Zone, and the actual number is much more than this. Some outer sect elders are managing the sex industry outside, some are practicing in closed-door training, and some are traveling abroad. Sitting in the outer sect, they come in rotation, changing every 50 years. 50 years is not too long for the divine alchemy realm. Physical exercise, a strong body, can generally live to be over 100 years old. True Yuan realm, true Yuan body tempering, can live for more than 200 years. Returning to the sea environment, you can live for about 500 years. The divine alchemy realm has a lifespan of 800 years. The further you go, the longer your lifespan. Therefore, Many existences in the divine alchemy realm have actually lived for hundreds of years, and their own aptitude is only medium or high level. The cultivation base is accumulated through a lot of time. For example, the Zhao Jianzhu who was killed just now is over 600 years old. Vice Palace Master Ho Qing, please tell me what happened. An intersect elder said, he is the leader of the 11 intersect elders. He had a youthful face, black hair, and deep eyes. Ho Qing, the deputy head of the Outer Sec Hall of Law Enforcement, nodded and said in a deep voice, back to 10 elder, the thing is like this. Among the intersect elders, only the elder whose strength ranks in the top 10 can be ranked. Strength is a symbol of identity and status. Ho Qing spoke seriously. It will be over soon. Chu Yuan, who would have thought that he would have such a change? After listening to all the process, 10 elders sighed. Other people, I also take it for granted. Yes, if it weren't for this incident, it would have happened in Tianyinzong. They thought it was a story. The fourth stage of the body forging state has leapt to become the fourth stage of the divine alchemy state, and can even kill the peak of the ninth stage of the divine alchemy state. No matter how you listen to it, it feels incredible. 10 Elder, Chu Yuan's murder of his fellow disciples has become a fact. We should arrest him and bring him back quickly, so as not to have long nights and dreams. That's right, 10 Elder. Chu Yuan is so vicious. He must be taken to the Intersect Law Enforcement Palace quickly to await Sect's trial. 2 Intersect Elders proposed at the same time. Okay, then take him back to the Intersect Hall of Law Enforcement first. 10 Elder nodded. Let me do it. It's just the divine alchemy realm. One person is enough to catch him. An Intersect Elder steps forward. Moment. The powerful cultivation base of Shin Tongjing is released. The terrifying coercion made the Outer Sect Elders present feel extremely oppressed. Divine alchemy realm. Supernatural realm. One-word difference. The difference in strength is worlds apart. Supernatural realm intersect elders make a move, take down Chu Yuan. It's a sure thing. There is the Outer Sect Elders base track. The Outer Sect can no longer sanction him. Only the Inner Sect can. There's also a sigh from the Outer Sect Elders. Is there? Just let me see what you're doing. The Inner Sect Elders, wearing a green shirt, have white beard and hair. It can be seen that the age is very large. He walked towards where Chu Yuan was step by step. This moment, Chu Yuan became the focus of the audience again. The Intersect Elders acted in person. This time, they appear in doom. An Outer Sect disciple murmured softly. That Intersect Elders span 5 or 6 miles in one step. Is only 1 or 2 miles away from Chu Yuan. He raised his arm slowly, about to make a move. Suddenly, stop! An indifferent voice came from a distance. After hearing this voice, the Intersect Elders was shaken all over, as if struck by lightning. He quickly backed away, not daring to make another move. The next moment, a beautiful figure descended from the sky. She was dressed in white. Her skin was like white jade. Her waist was 3,000 blue silk. Her long legs were looming. Her face was covered with a white sand towel. Only the upper half of her face was exposed. It showed its peerless elegance. The most amazing thing is her temperament, transcendent and refined, like a banished fairy. While the beauty is unattainable, the temperament is unattainable. She is the elder of Tian. She didn't release any aura or coercion, but no one dared to underestimate her. I'll wait. Meet the Great Elder. Under the leadership of 10 Elder, all the Intersect Elders and Outer Sect Elders respectfully cupped their hands. Free gift. The voice is very gentle, not cold or domineering. Chu Yuan. The Big Elder looked towards the true essence fog. Big Elder, I don't know why you are here. 10 Elders spoke. Knowingly, I naturally came to see Chu Yuan. The Big Elder replied calmly. Then Elder, please read it quickly. After you finish reading it, it won't be too late for me to take him away. 10 Elders said respectfully. You can't take him away. I brought Sect with him. If you want to take him away, naturally let him go with me. The Big Elder chuckled. His voice was still gentle, but full of indisputable. Heard the words. Between the many outer sect elders and inner sect elders, you look at me and I look at you. This big elder is too domineering. Big elder, Chu Yuan killed many outer sect disciples and also killed an inner disciple and an outer sect hall master in the divine alchemy realm. According to the sect law, he will be brought back to the inner sect hall of law enforcement for trial. Come on. Before, Deputy Sect Leader Zhao has already ordered that no matter what, Chu Yuan must be taken to the inner sect law enforcement hall. I am still on duty, so I asked the elder to be considerate. Ten Elder was still respectful, but his attitude was very clear. He wanted to take Chu Yuan to the inner sect hall of law enforcement and also brought out a deputy sect leader to overwhelm the elder. It doesn't matter who orders it. The elder glanced at the Ten Elder. Chu Yuan can only go with me and don't need to go to the inner sect law enforcement hall. Ten Elder slightly clenched his fist under the sleeve, and he said in a deep voice, Big Elder, Chu Yuan has indeed violated the laws of sect. Are you acting like this to protect him? The big elder narrowed his eyes slightly, and there was a trace of coldness in his beautiful eyes. Presumptuous? Are you questioning me? Don't dare, Ten Elder said solemnly. Just please don't make things difficult for me. Don't dare. This seat sees you as daring. I've said it all. No one's orders are useless. Are you deaf? Don't make things difficult for you. Aren't you embarrassing this seat? Big Elder changed the gentleness before said directly and coldly, This is what I say. Chu Yuan can only be taken away by me, and no one else can. Whoever dares to say more, don't blame me for being ruthless. Great Elder, The Ten Elder's face suddenly became extremely ugly. He didn't expect the Big Elder to suddenly become icy cold, and the other inner sect elders were the same. The Big Elder was like this, and their mission might not be completed. But the outer sect elders are watching their noses and their hearts, and they have nothing to do with themselves. It's not something they can interfere with the inner sect. 10 elders, what should we do? Asked the inner sect elders via voice transmission. 10 elder snorted coldly and replied via voice transmission. What else can I do? Informed Deputy Sect Leader Zhao. I've tried my best, but Elder is so domineering. I can't help it. Huh? Deputy Sect Leader Zhao said, he has come already. And at this moment, a voice also sounded. Junior sister is really domineering. Everyone followed the prestige and saw a handsome middle-aged man wearing yellow clothes and holding a folding fan. He did not know when he had appeared not far away. With a kind smile, he stepped out and came to 10 elder beside. Meet the deputy sect leader. 10 elders and other inner-outer sect elders all cupped their hands to salute. Free gift. Zhao Tianhe nodded, and then he looked at the eldest elder. Junior sister, I know that you brought Chu Yuan, but the family has family rules, and the clan has the patriarchal clan. He should be judged for killing his fellow clan. This seat said, it's useless for anyone to come. Zhao Tianhe's arrival didn't bring any other changes to the elder. Even if the sect leader came, it wouldn't work. All the elders would be taken aback for a moment. They didn't expect that the big elder would be so stubborn, and they would not hesitate at all in front of the deputy sect leader. Junior sister, don't say it's so early. Chu Yuan has a big problem. You can't possibly not know it. From a 4th stage of body training with low aptitude, he suddenly became a 4th stage of divine alchemy. This seat suspects that he was taken away already. Zhao Tianhe narrowed his eyes and said, seize the house. Impossible. The elder shook his head. Not to mention, I personally checked his body 2 years ago. At that time, he was still at the peak of the 3rd stage of physical training, and his aptitude was still low. Wait, you have already reached the realm of the Soul Palace realm. You can't be unaware that if you want to improve your cultivation base after you seize the house, it is also linked to your aptitude. In other words, if a strong person wins Chu Yuan, it will be within 2 years, and if he wants to improve the cultivation base, he will also be limited by Chu Yuan's qualifications. Even if you use precious medicine to improve Chu Yuan's aptitude to Deva's aptitude, it is also impossible to upgrade from the forging state to the divine alchemy state within 2 years. Therefore, Such a thing as seizing a house is simply impossible. In Chu Yuan's body, there is another opportunity. After all, Chu Yuan is not the only one who has this kind of thing throughout the ages. According to legend, there are many proud sons of heaven who were originally mediocre, but then suddenly soared into the sky. I believe Chu Yuan is this kind of person. Furthermore, whether Chu Yuan has been taken away or not is not up to you to judge. This seat will judge for itself. If he is really taken away, I will kill him personally. As she said that, she looked at Zhao Tianhe meaningfully. It's you, sect leader Zhao, who cares so much about this matter. I don't know, do you want Chu Yuan's chance? Or do you want to avenge your clan? The Zhao clan of Tianyinzong has formed a clan from the retired elder to the disciples of the outer sect. There are people from them. Zhao Tianhe is not only the deputy sect leader of the Tianyinzong, but also the patriarch of the Zhao clan, a patriarch of the Zhao family. Junior sister is joking. Why would I want someone else's chance? As for Zhao Shun, he died because of a treasure hunt. His strength is not as good as others, so he will die if he dies. This seat is purely for sect's reputation and safety. Think about it. I don't want Chu Yuan to kill people indiscriminately again, and more importantly, we must put an end to Chu Yuan's other threats. Zhao Tianhe chuckled, and then said seriously, if there is something on Chu Yuan that threatens sect's safety, then if you stop it, junior sister, then I will. At the end of the speech, he swiped the folding fan around his neck, which was self-evident. The big elder stared. Haven't had time to speak yet. Chu Yuan has already enhanced the Tiandan fruit 10,000 times. Precious medicines are also divided into grades 1 to 9. Tiandan fruit was originally the 4th rank, but after being strengthened 10,000 times, it became the 8th rank. And the effect of the 8th grade heavenly pill made Chu Yuan quite helpless. The 4th rank heavenly pill fruit can help improve the divine pill realm by a small realm. The effect of the 8th rank Tiandan fruit is only limited to the realm of the gods. The only difference is that the 8th rank Tiandan fruit does not promote one or several small realms. But no matter what realm you are in, after taking it, you can instantly upgrade to the 9th stage of the 9th stage. The 1st stage, 4th stage, 5, 6, 7, 8 stage are all the same. After taking it, all of them can reach the 9th stage perfection. Moreover, you don't need to take a whole pill, just take a small bite. You can achieve the effect of instantly becoming the peak of the 9th stage. It can be said, compared with the 4th rank Tiandan fruit, the effect of the 8th rank Tiandan fruit can be called heaven-defying. The only helpless thing for Chu Yuan is that after 10,000 times of enhancement, it still only affects the divine alchemy realm. Can't you improve it a bit and become someone who could be promoted to the supernatural power level? Reluctant to helpless, Chu Yuan has no choice. He also understands that a 10,000-fold enhancement is actually to amplify the power of a thing infinitely. Of course, there will be qualitative changes. The original 4th rank heavenly pill fruit can only improve the divine pill realm by a small realm. After 10,000 times of enhancement, it will undergo a qualitative change, which can upgrade the divine pill realm to the pinnacle of the 9th stage of the divine pill realm. Moreover, it should be the pinnacle of the divine alchemy realm is the pinnacle of the 9th stage. If there is 10th stage and 1st stage, it should be able to reach it in an instant. In addition, the 4th rank Tiandan fruit, the cultivator can only take one in his life. Taking the 2nd pill has no effect. To be honest, it is effective immunity. So, this has led to the same with the 8th rank Tiandan fruit. 1 bite can reach the peak of the 9th stage of the 9th stage, and 10 bites can still reach the 9th stage peak of the 9th stage of the 9th stage. Immune to all the excess medicinal power. Helpless. It would be great if these medicinal powers could be transformed into the power of breakthrough supernatural powers. Chu Yuan complained at the time, but he was helpless for a while. He is now the fourth stage of the divine alchemy realm. The eighth rank heavenly pill fruit, at any rate, can also improve him a few realms, which is not bad. When he was about to take the 8th grade celestial pill, it was the time when the inner sect elders were about to attack him. And just when he was about to swallow the heavenly pill fruit, promote to the peak of the 9th stage of the divine pill realm, and then use the double dragon kill to repel the inner sect elders. The elder of Tian, Yinzong, appeared. He just stopped. He wanted to see how this master, who his cheap little sister, would treat him. Unexpectedly, the big elder came to protect him. Even if he didn't find out what happened to him, he still wanted to protect him, which made him speechless. The big elder is really good. In fact, this is also the case. In the memory of the original body, the big elder also tried to improve his aptitude, but the things to improve his aptitude were too rare, so was unsuccessful. Then the deputy sect leaders appeared, and Chu Yuan was ready to watch the show, but he didn't expect to eat melons, and finally returned to own. Does a vice sect leader mean that if he has a problem, he should be killed? But is there any problem with him? Is he letting the deputy sect leader say? Say he has it, does he have it? Say he didn't? Well, he actually didn't care about these things at all. Something that threatens sect? Haha, I'm sorry. He really has it. Those 3 jade swords are enough to overthrow the Tianyin sect. Therefore, he didn't intend to hide anymore, but asked directly. What do you want? Want to kill me? Sorry, it will be you who will die. After Chu Yuan's voice sounded, everyone hurriedly followed the reputation, and the fog of true essence had dissipated at this moment. Chu Yuan showed his true face. He is dressed in white, with an extremely handsome face, the galaxy cluster in his eyes, and his black hair is extremely energetic, and his figure standing with a gun is very straight, like a young god of war. Chu Yuan, everyone looked at him. The change is really big. Is it really him? The big elder was a little dazed and whispered in a voice that only he could hear. No matter what, keep him first, otherwise if Qingxue comes back, I will be your master. Yes, I still don't know how to explain it. Chu Yuan, it's really different from before. There is the inner sect elders road. When the big elder brought Gu Qingxue and Chu Yuan to Tianyinzong, almost all the high-level officials at Tianyinzong had seen him. Deputy sect leader Zhao Tianhe narrowed his eyes, wondering what he was thinking. But in his eyes, a subtle chill flashed across. Chu Yuan, the deputy sect leader, and the elder are here again. But come to see me, 10 elders said in a deep voice. Meet the deputy sect leader, great elders. Neither humble nor overbearing, Chu Yuan just nodded. He wanted to see what would happen to these elders next. Chu Yuan, are you guilty of slaughtering fellow disciples? Zhao Tianhe asked directly. Crime? What my crime? Chu Yuan laughed outright, and then said in a cold voice, They want to kill me. Why don't they allow me to kill people? But you, as the deputy sect leader, came up indiscriminately to bluntly say that I am guilty. Why are you at ease? Presumptuous. How can you talk to the deputy sect leader like that? 10 elder snorted coldly. It's not your turn to speak here. But at this time, the big elder released his momentum and directly forced the 10 elders back. Immediately afterwards, the big elder leaned closer to Chu Yuan. You can say whatever you want. I am here. No one can touch you. Big elder you. 10 elders' face was extremely ugly. Then I would like to thank the big elder. Chu Yuan smiled at the big elder and son. As for Zhao Tianhe, he couldn't laugh anymore. He took a deep look at the elder. He said coldly to Chu Yuan again, Bold Chu Yuan, it's fine if you don't plead guilty, but you dare to contradict me. You say you're not guilty? Forget about the others. They have attacked you. But the more than 100 outer sect disciple, they have never attacked you. Isn't it a crime that you slaughtered them? Moreover, you have no respect, which is also a crime. Besides, you were just a waste before, but now you have become a god. I suspect that you have been taken Demons. They didn't make a move, but they provoked me and insulted me with words. Shouldn't they deserve to die? If they provoke you and insult you, don't you kill them? Chu Yuan directly snapped back. As for being indiscriminate, you deserve to be called a senior? As for the demon seizing the house, hee. Nonsense. If I were a demon, then the entire outer sect would have been destroyed bloodbathed. You, Zhao Tianhe's face was gloomy, and he looked at the eldest elder. Junior sister, you also saw that Chu Yuan is stubborn. Do you still want to protect him? The big elder pondered for a while at the beginning. I think he's right. As for protecting him, it is natural to protect him. Chu Yuan was quite surprised by the elder's performance. Okay, if that's the case, let's take it together. Catch Chu Yuan. I'll deal with the big elder. Zhao Tianhe ordered. Yes, they had to follow the orders of the deputy sect leader. How dare you? The big elder stood directly in front of Chu Yuan. Although she's a beauty who can overwhelm the country and the city, she has the aura of being in charge of a husband. Chu Yuan, will you hide behind women all your life? You used to hide behind your little sister, but now you hide behind the big elder. Zhao Tianhe sneered. Who said I only hide behind women? Big elder, get out of the way. Chu Yuan's voice sounded. Chu Yuan, Zhao Tianhe is at the Soul Palace realm, and the other intersect elders are at the supernatural power realm, and you are still at the divine alchemy realm, so let me do it. The big elder said softly. If you can't keep you, Qingxue, when she comes back, I don't know how to explain it. Because of Gu Qingxue? Chu Yuan understood. No need. Chu Yuan rejected her offer and walked out from behind her. I don't want to play anymore. It's not interesting here. It should be over soon. Chu Yuan, this is not the time to be arrogant. The big elder gave him a serious look. Chu Yuan chuckled softly. Don't worry, elder. I'm not acting on a whim. Okay. The big elder nodded, no longer keeping Chu Yuan behind. She looked at Chu Yuan seriously, trying to see through him, but she couldn't see anything. She couldn't even tell whether Chu Yuan had been taken away or not. Chu Yuan gave her the feeling that it was both familiar and strange. As if he was Chu Yuan, but he was not the Chu Yuan she knew. Wait a minute. Ask him carefully and see what happened recently to make him change like this. Big elder thought. If he is really taken away. There was a cold gleam in the big elder's eyes. Although it is unlikely that Chu Yuan will be taken away, it is not impossible. If you hid behind her, it would be quite troublesome. I didn't expect you to have a bit of backbone and stand up by yourself. Zhao Tianhe said unexpectedly. Isn't that what you wanted? I don't understand. Why are you targeting me? As the deputy sect leader, I don't believe you didn't get real information. You should know that it was Zhang Tianbao who killed me first and even beat me to serious injuries a few days ago, almost to death. These news, you can ask any outer sect disciple casually, and you can find out. Obviously, they were the ones who wanted to kill me first. So, today, it's completely fine for me to kill them. As for the more than 100 outer sect disciples, although they didn't do anything, their words were too murderous. They had the intention to kill me, but they didn't do it, so I killed them, and there was no problem. Afterwards, I killed Zhang Tianbao, his big brother Zhang Tianhu, as an inner disciple, not only ordered his little brother to attack me, but also wanted to suppress and kill me. It's okay if I kill him. Before Zhang Tianhu died, tell me that the core disciple Zhang Heng instructed him. I plan to go to the inner sect to find Zhang Heng and ask why he wanted to kill me. However, it was stopped by a group of outer sect elders, and under the attack, it took out the best divine armament. Then Palace Master Zhao, who coveted my best divine armament, shot at me and was killed by me. From the beginning to the end, it was not my fault. I'm just defending myself. What's wrong? Absolutely. And when you show up, you say I'm guilty. You just want to find an excuse to deal with me. Those outer sect disciples, even Palace Master Zhao, you don't really care whether they die or not. Extreme gray divine armament is precious, but it shouldn't be worth it to you. The reason why you are so against me. Either I just want to know why I was able to change from a waste to a god, and I want to know what good fortune I got. Or even if possible, take my good fortune as my own and go one step further. Or there are other unknown reasons. Anyway, it's definitely not because of those who died. So, don't charge me any crimes. Don't disgust me. I want to know, for what reason did you target me? Chu Yuan's words are pearls. This vice sect leader Zhao is indiscriminate, definitely not a good thing. This seat is not targeting you. I'm just doing my job. There is no unknown reason. I just don't want you to kill again. Besides, I am not coveting your good fortune. I just think that your good fortune is not good fortune at all, but that you have been snatched away. In other words, you should not be the real Chu Yuan. The real Chu Yuan is dead. And within the scope of Tianyinzong, how can you allow you to be presumptuous? Zhao Tianhe spoke righteously. He really didn't care about those who died, but he can't show it. Zhao Tianhe, if, as Chu Yuan said, he was defending himself, then he didn't slaughter his fellow disciples. Those who died deserve to be killed. So, Chu Yuan is indeed not guilty. And he is not guilty. Once you come, label him as guilty. You say you didn't target him. Who will believe it? The beautiful big elder stood up and spoke for Chu Yuan again. This seat has already made it very clear. This seat is not targeting him, but just doing what it is supposed to do. If he is really Chu Yuan, it can indeed be regarded as self-defense. However, from the beginning to the end, I suspect that he is not the real Chu Yuan at all. If you want to be innocent, let him prove himself. It is Chu Yuan. Zhao Tianhe looked at Chu Yuan. Can you prove that you are the real Chu Yuan? At this moment, the eyes of all elders fell on Chu Yuan. Even the big elder gave him a subtle look, but it was still discovered by Chu Yuan. Let him prove himself. Isn't this asking him to tell how he went from the body training state to the divine alchemy state? Every cultivator has its own opportunities and secrets. You are persecuting him. What a good plan. The big elder sneered. Now, Zhao Tianhe smiled without saying a word. That's exactly what he intends to do. You may be a little mistaken. Chu Yuan's voice sounded. From the beginning to the end, I am not here to prove anything. I'm just going to find someone in the inner sect. I don't want to waste my tongue now. Or get out of the way. Or die. That's what he was. It was these people who kept blocking him. What? Can't prove it. It seems to me that Chu Yuan has been taken away. Were you sacred? How dare you come to my Tianyin sect to make trouble? As for letting us die, with your divine core fourth stage, it's just a dream. Big elder, do you still want to protect him? Zhao Tianhe looked at the big elder with a flash of pride in his eyes. Are you Chu Yuan? As long as you say yes, I will continue to protect you. Big elder said. You. If that's the case, then don't blame me for being rude, come on. Zhao Tianhe was about to make a move. He was the first among them. The other inner sect elders and outer sect elders follow behind him. Big elder, do you also suspect that I am not Chu Yuan? Chu Yuan smiled at the big elder. Subsequently, turn your head away. His face became extremely cold. Okay, since you're looking for death, don't blame me. In Chu Yuan's hand, a jade sword appeared, momentarily motivated by him. Zhao Tianhe's soul palace realm, 11 supernatural power realms, and more than 30 divine alchemy realms. The momentum they erupted was terrifying. Within a few hundred miles, it was like the end of the world, horror to the extreme. However, the next moment, zhong, a sound of sword cries sounded, and in Chu Yuan's hand, the jade sword erupted with power to sweep everything away. This power directly suppressed Zhao Tianhe's momentum. The elder's eyes widened. What is that? Not good. Zhao Tianhe and the others felt bad. I wanted to run away, but it was too late. Cut. Chu Yuan held a jade sword in his hand and slashed out with one stroke. In an instant, a white sword ray illuminated the 9 heavens, drowning Zhao Tianhe and the others. And the sword ray continued to traverse thousands of miles, cutting a big hole in the distant void. That is, the mountain protection formation of Tianyinzong. What's going on? The mountain protection array is damaged. It's so powerful. Could it be that there is a sect on the golden body? Quick, go and see. From the core area of the Tianyin sect, figures flew out one after another. All of them were inner sect elders of the supernatural realm, or even retired elders of the Soul Palace realm, etc. My God, what was that sword ray just now? Where are the elders? Where's the deputy sect leader? Why are they all gone? Won't they be instantly killed by that sword? Many outer sect disciples are about to lose their minds. I've said it all. Either get out of the way or die. It's their own choice, but I can't be blamed, and Zhao Tianhe deliberately targeted me, and he deserves to die. Chu Yuan spoke into the air, as if speaking to someone else. The power of the Jade Sword did not disappoint him, and directly gave Zhao Tianhe a second. After all, this can sweep the Soul Palace realm, and no one can stop it in the Soul Palace, not even the half-step Golden Body realm. In front of the Elder, Chu Yuan took out the 8th grade celestial elixir, took a bite, and then walked behind the Elder. In that direction was the inner sect. The big Elder's tender body shook violently, and only then did he come back to his senses. Dead, Zhao Tianhe and the others are dead. All died in Chu Yuan's hands. She turned around and looked at the direction where Chu Yuan was leaving. At this moment, Chu Yuan was dozens of miles away, but the aura on Chu Yuan's body was constantly rising. The pinnacle of the 4th stage of the Divine Pill Realm. Divine Alchemy Realm, 5th stage. Divine Alchemy Realm, 5th stage peak. The pinnacle of 8th stage. 9th stage. The pinnacle of 9th stage. In the blink of an eye, Chu Yuan changed from the 4th stage of the Alchemy Realm to the pinnacle of the 9th stage of the Alchemy Realm. Big Elder's beautiful eyes are full of shock, and his mouth has become O-shaped. In a blink of an eye, so many realms have been broken through. Is it because of that kind of spiritual fruit? It seems to be a celestial elixir. No, celestial elixir has no such effect. Could it be Chu Yuan really hasn't been taken away? The reason why he went from the 4th stage of the forging body to the divine alchemy so quickly is because he got this treasure to upgrade the realm. Did he really get a big good fortune? That's great, that's great. He hasn't been taken away. After Qing Shue returns, it's easy to explain. It's just, the big Elder suddenly blamed himself. I doubted him just now, but I didn't believe him, so he must have had a bad heart. Sigh, that's all as long as he's still Chu Yuan. However, why does the jade sword he used just now have the aura of Qing Shue? Could it be an illusion? Chu Yuan flew along the ground, and above his head, powerful auras flew by one after another. There is no doubt that they are all in the realm of supernatural powers, or even the realm of the Soul Palace. They were very anxious, so they didn't pay too much attention to Chu Yuan, the divine alchemy. The main reason is that the divine pill realm is not being to put in one's eyes by them. This is the place. There are still sword chi remnants. What happened? The big elder is over there. Go and ask. Strange. I remember 10 elders, and the others came to the outer sect. Why are they gone? I also saw vice sect leader Zhao coming too. Where's the enemy? A group of inner sect elders and retired elders, and even another deputy sect leader and sect leader, are almost all here, so there is no room for them to ignore it. A hole was broken in the mountain guard array. You must know that the mountain protection formation of Tianyinzong can resist any attack below the golden body level. However, the mountain protection formation was broken, giving people a sense of urgency that the sect is in crisis and has reached the moment of life and death. Great Elder, where is the enemy? Where is the enemy? The sect leader of Tianyinzong rushed over with a group of retired elders and intersect elders. After hearing their words, the big elder instantly understood what was going on. The thing is, the elder began. As she spoke, the faces of the others became more exciting. What? Chu Yuan's useless aptitude has actually counterattacked. Huh? He has become a god. He actually killed so many outer sect disciples. However, these outer sect disciples deserve death. Don't blame him. Zhao Shun, the lord of the outer sect law enforcement hall, died because of the treasure hunt. He deserves to die. These things are not Chu Yuan's fault, but the old man is very suspicious. Why did Chu Yuan suddenly become so strong? Could it be because he was taken away? This is terrible. Deputy Zhao, sect leader, appeared. How do you feel that he is targeting Chu Yuan? Huh? No. Where is Deputy Zhao sect leader now? Wait, didn't you say the enemy? Chu Yuan is only the fourth stage of the divine alchemy realm. It is impossible to break the mountain protection formation. Is it beside the point? What? Chu Yuan took out his jade sword and killed Zhao Tianhe, deputy sect leader, and the others. He actually killed so many people. The mountain protection array is so destroyed. There are so many existences. Their expressions are ever-changing. Chu Yuan was right to kill those outer sect disciples, but he actually killed so many elders and the deputy sect leader. This, a retired elder, said in a deep voice. Although Zhao Tianhe is a bit too much, but the crime is not worthy of death, right? And those elders are all dead. They are the mainstay of the Tianyin sect. Heartbroken to have inner sect elders. When Chu Yuan finally left, he swallowed a special kind of spiritual fruit. His cultivation base directly broke through from the fourth stage of the divine alchemy to the peak of the ninth stage of the divine alchemy. The big elder continued. So, he was not the one who seizes the house, but has a great opportunity. Everyone, I know, it's a pity that sect lost so many elders. But it's not Chu Yuan's fault. Chu Yuan gave them a chance. Humph. But at this time, a retired elder snorted coldly. Isn't it his fault? Killed so many people? Is it not his fault? Is there still a king's law? Yu Qianni, do you want to protect him? This retired elder, surnamed Zhao. Are you deaf? It was Zhao Tianhe and the others who were aggressive, and it was Chu Yuan who killed the man. Big elder Yu Qianni sneered. Chu Yuan did nothing wrong. Besides, you wanted to avenge Zhao Tianhe? Then pass this seat first. This seat is to protect him. So what? I tell you, as long as Chu Yuan is still Chu Yuan, no one can move. If you want to snatch his chance, then ask me if you agree first. In addition, you think that his whole card just now has only one piece. Naturally, Yu Qianni didn't know that Chu Yuan didn't have any whole cards, but it was definitely right to scare these old things. You, the retired elder, surnamed Zhao, was furious, but he didn't dare to do anything. Don't look at them as retired elders. Yu Qianni is an intersect big elder. It's because Yu Qianni doesn't want to be a retired elder because he doesn't like being old. Don't try to bluff the old man. How can there be such a trump card that can instantly kill the Soul Palace and break through the sect mountain protection formation? Is it really a Huxia cabbage? It would be nice to have one. Flicking his sleeves, the retired elder, surnamed Zhao, sneered, and then arched his cupped hands towards the sect leader of Tianyin Zone. Sect leader, Zhao Tianhe and the others can't die in vain. And that Chu Yuan went to the inner sect. I don't know what kind of trouble is going to happen. Let the sect leader be the master. We must not let him go easily. In other sects, it is possible that the retired elder is greater than the sect leader, but it is different in Tianyin Zone. The sect leader is slightly higher than the retired elder, because the sect leader's cultivation base is not only higher than some retired elders, but also can control Jinzong's treasure. Don't let him go, the sect leader said. Are you sure he really doesn't have that kind of whole card? If he didn't have that kind of whole card, would he dare to go to the intersect? Besides, will junior sister you lie to us? It's you who is so confused. You only know about revenge. Do you want us to pass by and be killed by him together? Do you think sect's loss is not enough? Su Qinghe, the sect leader of Tianyin Zone, cursed directly. Zhao Tianhe is really an idiot. He targeted Chu Yuan indiscriminately. If he wasn't aggressive, they wouldn't have died. Chu Yuan has a great opportunity. Sect should vigorously cultivate such a person. But now he has made the relationship stiff. As for the people he killed, they should be killed. You can't blame him. Zhao, retired elder. If you want to go, if you want revenge on him, you go. Don't drag other people. Remember, this sect does not belong to your Zhao family. Sect leader, you. The retired elder surnamed Zhao did not expect that Su Qinghe's sect leader not only refused to make decisions for him, but even scolded him. Immediately, he was so angry that his 7 orifices were filled with smoke. But there is no way, because Su Qinghe's sect leader is right. This is Tianyin Zone, not their Zhao family. so he can't be too presumptuous. Sect leader, don't you just watch it like this, don't you care? A retired elder sighed. Take care, why don't you? You have to take care of it. Su Qinghe said seriously. All of you follow this sect leader to repair the mountain protection formation. Junior sister, you go to the inner sect. If Chu Yuan wants to kill that core disciple for revenge, let him kill him. However, except for that core disciple, I hope he won't hurt other sect disciples. This, junior sister, you should be able to do it, right? Yu Qianni nodded. I will try my best. She only said that she tried her best, but she didn't say that she could do it. In addition, please tell me that we have no malice towards him. If he is willing to stay in Tianyuzong will vigorously train him. When this sect leader repairs the mountain protection formation, he will announce that Chu Yuan will kill him. Yes, they're the ones who deserve to be killed. He is right. Su Qinghe asked again. Big Elder Yu Qianni nodded again, and then flew to the inner sect. Elders and retired elders, follow this sect leader to restore the mountain protection array. Talking, Su Qinghe turned into a stream of light and flew away, followed by most of the retired elders and elders. Sect leader, Zhao Yin retired elder, and they didn't follow. Said one of the inner sect elders. Let them go. Su Qinghe glanced behind him. Let's go. Follow me to the inner sect. A little b asterisk 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 d. Can he turn the world upside down? Others are afraid of him, but this old man is not afraid. Zhao Yin, retired elder, flew away, followed by more than a dozen inner sect elders of supernatural powers, all of whom were of him. People with veins. Retired elder, sect leader's attitude is to win over a small channel of inner sect elders. Sect leader? Huh. Su Qinghe really lived and returned. He was shocked. Chu Yuan killed Zhao Tianhe, and he will pay the price. The most important thing is that he has a great opportunity. We can't just watch him grow up like this. Otherwise, when he grows stronger, if he wants to kill us, then we can only let him slaughter us. So, before he grows up, just kill him. Maybe you can take away his big chance. A cold light flashed in Zhao Yan's eyes. But the great elder has passed too. Yu Qianni's strength should not be underestimated, but this old man can restrain her. When the time comes, just kill Chu Yuan. What if he still has that terrifying hole card? What's the matter with you? Why are you so timid? Have you lived on a dog for hundreds of years? Don't let other people's ambition destroy your prestige. The old man doesn't believe that he still has that kind of hole card. Where is core disciple Zhang Heng? Chu Yuan flew over the inner sect and came to the mountain range where the core discipline is located. The peaks towered one after another. He didn't know Zhang Heng's location, so he shouted directly through the sound transmission of the true Yuan, and his voice spread all over the place in an instant. Here are the mountains. The movement of the outer sect, these core disciples can't sense it at all. Their cultivation base is just for turning to the sea. Looking for Zhang Heng? Who is that person? I don't know. What a powerful cultivation base. Is it in the realm of God? But why is he still wearing the clothes of the outer sect disciple? Some walking core disciples looked at Chu Yuan in surprise. Outer sect disciples' attire. But it has the cultivation base of the divine alchemy. It's really weird. These peaks should have soundproof formations. If so, ask someone. Chu Yuan took a look, and there happened to be a female disciple wearing core disciple clothing in the distance. Excuse me, and asked for directions. Chu Yuan appeared in front of the female disciple and arched his cupped hands. CC, this senior brother. This female disciple was so confused that she almost didn't know how to call her, and she couldn't tell her identity at all. I want to ask core disciple Zhang Heng, where do you live? Where does he live? The female disciple pointed to a mountain peak. However, he should not be here during this time, because he is a follower of the true disciple, senior brother Zhao Hao. 3 days ago, he went out to practice with senior brother Zhao Hao. Me too, I just happened to see them leaving, so I found out. Thank you. Chu Yuan cupped his hands. Not here, Chu Yuan murmured. Follower of true disciple Zhao Hao. Zhao Hao. Is Zhao Hao related to Zhao Tianhe? Chu Yuan asked. The female disciple was stunned. Brother Zhao Hao is the son of sect leader Zhao. Don't you know, brother? Father and son? Chu Yuan's eyes sparkled. Chu Yuan, Yu Qianni flew over from a distance. Can you find Zhang Heng? Core disciple Feng Yun meets the big elder. The female disciple Feng Yun hastily saluted. At the same time, she also looked at Chu Yuan curiously. What is his identity? Why did the big elder have to come and talk to him in person? He's lucky. He went out to practice. Chu Yuan said calmly. So that's it. Yu Qianni nodded. What should I do next? Are you looking for him? Looking for him? He deserves it too. Chu Yuan sneered. When he runs out of luck and meets me one day, behead him. Feng Yun was stunned. People are stupid. Is he going to kill core disciple Zhang Heng? And what's the big elder's attitude? Acquiescence? All right, Yu Qianni said. The sect leader let me tell you that they have no ill intentions towards you. And if you are willing to stay in sect will vigorously cultivate you. Feng Yun. Where the hell is he sacred? Sect leader? It's interesting. I thought he would come and shout for murder. Chu Yuan was rather surprised. Sect leader Su Qinghe. He had met a few times before, but he didn't know what he was like. Yu Qianni rolled his eyes at him. Not everyone has no brains. As she spoke, she glanced at the sky. Here comes the one who has no brains. Have no brains. Feng Yun was confused. She still hasn't figured out what's going on. Boom! At the edge of the sky, Zhao Yin, retired elder, bringing more than a dozen inner sect elders, descended with terrifying power, surprised many core disciples around. Is that the retired elder? There are 6 elders, 9 elders, and other elders. They are menacing, so why? None of these core disciplines understand why. The retired elders have no brains? Feng Yun understood who the elder was talking about, but why do you say that? I'm getting more and more confused. I don't want to know who they are. Yu Qianni asked with great interest. Dead. Chu Yuan said calmly. Yu Qianni was speechless immediately. It seems that I don't need to take action. Feng Yun's eyes widened. She could see that this person and the retired elder were enemies, and the elder was on his side. I still don't understand. The relationship is really messed up. Chu Yuan, suffer death. Follow the old man to kill. As soon as Zhao Yin appeared, he led people to kill Chu Yuan. Oh my God, the retired elder's target turned out to be the man next to the big elder. A divine alchemy realm wearing outer sect disciple costumes. Chu Yuan? Chu Yuan. Why does it sound familiar? If I remember correctly, Goddess Gu's big brother is also named Chu Yuan. Could it be him? Didn't you say that Goddess Gu's big brother is a waste with inferior qualifications? Numerous core disciples, shocked and puzzled. Well done. Chu Yuan laughed out loud. He also likes that these things can be done directly as soon as they come up. It is much better than those who force lie for most of the day. Whoosh! A jade sword appeared in his hand. Boom! The fearless aura that surpassed the realm of the Soul Palace reappeared. The faces of everyone present changed drastically. Cut! Chu Yuan slashed out with a sword, and sword ray crisscrossed 9 heavens. Wherever it passes, everything is annihilated. No! Impossible! How could he still have this kind of whole card? Withdraw quickly! Zhao Yan's face was pale, and he quickly turned around and ran away. But he had no time to escape and was directly submerged by the sword ray, and together with more than a dozen inner sect elders, he died. Sword ray also opened a hole in the mountain guard formation in the other direction. This scene, it was too shocking. All core disciplines, including Feng Yun, are buzzing. Call! Fortunately, the mountain guard array wasn't damaged much, and with the strength of the crowd, it was finally repaired. Su Qinghe let out a long sigh of relief. Suddenly his complexion changed, and he looked into the distance, completely stunned. The elders and retired elders behind him were also stunned. Zone! Sect leader, the mountain protection formation over there seems to be broken again. Well, this sect leader knows. Sect leader, Zhao Yin and the others should be dead. Well, this sect leader knows. Su Qinghe and a retired elder asked and answered mechanically. Sect leader, Let's go. Go and repair the mountain guard array on the other side. Su Qinghe interrupted. Oh, the sect has lost so many elders, and its strength has been greatly reduced. An inter-sect elders sigh. It's better than sect destroying the door. Su Qinghe replied. Sect leader is wise. Numerous retired elders and inter-sect elders cupped hands one after another. Before, some of them thought that the sect leader was too timid. Only now do I know how wise the sect leader is. If they rushed over like Zhao Yin and the others, I'm afraid it will turn into ashes together. Su Qinghe smiled wryly. He was just taking a gamble. But he was right. No risk is the most correct choice. I hope he won't be hostile to Tian Yinzong. Retired elder they died? Oh my God, what was that sword ray? How'd he do it? At this moment, those core disciples reacted. They all looked at Chu Yuan in horror, feeling that Chu Yuan was like a devil. Those are the retired elders of the Soul Palace realm and the intersect elders of the supernatural power realm. Just gone? Feng Yin muttered to herself in shock. It turns out that he is really a dead person. How many cards do you have? Yu Qianni asked with a light smile. Guess. Chu Yuan asked calmly. What's your plan next? Yu Qianni asked with complicated eyes. Today's Chu Yuan. She really feels strange. But it's not the feeling of being taken away. It's just grown up. Let's go to the forbidden area of Baiduan Mountain. Chu Yuan wanted to increase his aptitude for a treasure medicine, and such a treasure medicine was said to be only available in the forbidden area of Baiduan Mountain. To find Qingxue, Yu Qianni blamed himself. The restricted area of Baiduan Mountain is very dangerous. Qingxue was too anxious to go there. By the time I found out, it was already too late. It's all my fault for not being optimistic about her. Afterwards, we searched for her in the restricted area of Baiduan Mountain. We searched many places, but found no trace. In some places, even we couldn't go deep. So it ended up being nothing. But what is certain is that she is still alive because the soul lamp she left behind has never been extinguished. Heard the words. Chu Yuan nodded. If you can find a cheap little sister along the way, it is still good. You have a great opportunity, and having a great opportunity means that you have great luck. If you go to the restricted area of Baiduan Mountain, I won't stop you. Maybe you can bring Qingxue back by playing the wrong way. Yu Qianni chuckled lightly. Chu Yuan asked curiously, since the big elder knows that I have a great opportunity, wouldn't he be moved at all? Yu Qianni said softly, the heartbeat is definitely the heartbeat, but you can restrain it. 1. You are my apprentice's big brother, and I shouldn't snatch your chance. 2. Big chances can't be snatched by everyone. Without great luck, if you snatch it, you will die. 3. The ghost knows how many whole cards you have left. Okay. Chu Yuan spread his hands. I'm leaving. Do you need any help from me? Yu Qianni asked. Chu Yuan's heart moved. I'm weak in cultivation base. You can give me something to save my life. You should have a lot of things to save your life. Yu Qianni looked at him meaningfully. That kind of jade sword is outrageous. Chu Yuan and Sun said, the more the better. Who would hate too much? Not long. Chu Yuan left Tianyin sect satisfied, and from Yu Qianni, he got 2 jade talismans, both of which contained her full blow. Using up 2 whole cards in exchange for 2 stronger whole cards, it's really flattering. The only pity is that those who are seconds, their interspatial ring is also obliterated. Nothing was left. Heartache. Wrong billion. After a moment of emotion, Chu Yuan activated the scanning eye. Immediately, his eyes changed. Jade Talisman. 2 pieces, one-time items. Both contain the 9th stage of the Soul Palace realm, a full blow at the peak, which can be strengthened 10,000 times. Yes/no? Of course. Naturally. Ding. 10,000 times enhanced success. Jade Talisman. 2 pieces, one-time items. Both contain Immortal Realm 9th Stage Peak Full Blow. The system beep ends. Chu Yuan was very happy. Soul Palace Realm, Golden Body Realm, Immortal Realm, Holy Realm. He is now. There's already a life-saving whole card in the Immortal Realm. The forbidden area of Baiduan Mountain is deep in the Hengduan Mountains, and the Hengduan Mountains are tens of thousands of miles away from the Tianyin sect. Although I am in the Divine Core Realm, it is not a problem to fly 200,000 to 300,000 miles a day, but if I really fly over, it will take time. Not to mention, I'm afraid I'll be exhausted to death. Let's go to Tianyin City first. Chu Yuan thought to himself. Tianyin City was established at the foot of Tianyinzong Mountain. Many forces and families settled in the city. While seeking the protection of Tianyinzong, they can also do business better. The population here has reached tens of millions. In the memory of the original body, I have been to Tianyin City several times. It was Gu Qingxue who clamored to come and would buy all kinds of food every time. She is a snack foodie. But in the past 2 years, it seems that I have not been here. The streets are full of ordinary people, and most of them are cultivators. Most of them are in the physical training state, and there are quite a few in the true essence state. Occasionally, you can see 1 or 2 return to the C state. Tisk. Some powerful forces don't need the protection of Tianyinzong at all. They set up branches here for business, for example, Feiqian Pavilion. Feiqian Pavilion is an extremely powerful force. Their business is spread all over the place. Almost every big city has a branch of Feiqian Pavilion. Their airships are top-notch, similar to the airlines in the previous life, and their main business is to carry passengers. I just don't know. It will take a few days to get to the Hengduan Mountains. Chu Yuan muttered to himself. He just planned to take the flying boat of Feiqian Pavilion. Go and ask. After making up my mind, Chu Yuan soon came to the Tianyin City branch of Feiqian Pavilion. This place is extremely wide, and many flying boats come and go. There were also a lot of people on the flying boat, and he saw several disciples of the Tianyin sect, all of whom were inner disciples and outer sect disciples. Unlike the previous life, you don't need to buy a ticket to take the airship. As long as you have an airship, you can go by paying the corresponding spirit stones. In front of each flying boat, there is a young and beautiful woman in the real Yuan realm wearing the special uniform of Feiqian Pavilion. Guest officer, do you need to take a flying boat? When Chu Yuan came to a flying boat, the woman serving him asked with a smile, "Is there no airship going to the Hengduan Mountains?" The path of the way is written on each flying boat. But Chu Yuan watched for a long time, but he didn't see anyone going to the Hengduan Mountains. Therefore, just ask directly, "Guest officer, there is only one airship going to the Hengduan Mountains a day. It has already set off this morning, and it will not arrive until tomorrow. If you are in a hurry, you could take the airship to other cities. Maybe other places will go to the Hengduan Mountains today. If you are not in a hurry, you can wait until tomorrow. Then wait until tomorrow. It may not be available to other cities. Might as well wait until tomorrow." Chu Yuan left. Where was that person going just now? A rich old man came over. "Meet Deacon." He asked about the flying boat to Hengduan Mountains. I said no. He said he waited for tomorrow. The woman in uniform said respectfully. The rich old man smiled. It's kind of interesting, wearing the clothes of the outer sect disciples of the Tianyin sect, but possessing the cultivation base of the divine alchemy. He's in the divine alchemy realm. The woman in uniform was shocked. It was not yet noon. Chu Yuan found an upscale and to live in. Of course, live in the most expensive Tianzi room. He's no worse than spirit stones. Inside the room, Chu Yuan sat cross-legged on the bed. It wasn't available before. I'm free now. Things in the interspatial ring of Palace Master Zhao. Find some useful things to upgrade. Look at cultivation technique. The Tianyin Shunju that Chu Yuan is currently practicing is an earth-level middle-grade cultivation technique. But he feels that the level is not enough, and he still has enough aptitude to practice more advanced cultivation technique. There are more than a dozen cultivation techniques at the yellow level. Let's take a look at the Xian level. There are only 3 sects at the mysterious level: the middle-grade Earth-Fire Sutra, the top-grade Mengxiang Shanajin, the middle-grade Earth-Fire Sutra at the mysterious grade, and the Boundless Black Yuan at the top grade. Dianju Zhao should be practicing Boundless Black Yuan. At that time, he manipulated the true essence of the Black God Mountain, wave after wave. Unfortunately, the level of cultivation technique is not as good as my Tianyin Shunju, so the real essence is not stronger than me. But after tens of thousands of enhancements, the level is no longer a shortcoming. Heaven-defying focuses on true essence, while magnificent Elephant Mountain and River Strength focuses on the physical body. Just right, it can be used for both internal and external cultivation. Black Yuan Boundless, mysterious level top grade, it can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Mammoth Elephant Mountain and River Strength, mysterious top grade, it can be enhanced 10,000 times. Yes/no. Chu Yuan clicked yes. Soon, the system beep ends. Hey Yuan Wu Quan, the best of heaven, can be renamed. Mammoth Elephant Mountain and River Strength, heaven level top grade, can be renamed. After pondering for a long time, Chu Yuan was stunned. He really couldn't think a good name. So he said helplessly, forget it. Let's call it He Yuan Woolly Angfa and Divine Elephant Mountain and River Strength. Ding! Renamed successfully. Ignoring the system beep, Chu Yuan opened the property panel. Host, Chu Yuan. Qualification, Deva's capital, 7.5 times. Cultivation base, 9th stage peak. Cultivation technique, He Yuan Boundless method, heavenly level top grade, uninitiated, Shun Xiang Shanajin heavenly level top grade, uninitiated, Tianyin Jin Shanju, earth level mid-level, small success. Martial skill, mysterious dragon spear technique, earth level best entry. The column of bloodline was directly hidden by him, unless he got a special bloodline, otherwise the bloodline could not be improved. Nowadays, there is a higher level of cultivation technique, so you don't need to practice Tianyin Jin Shanju and switch to cultivation technique. But don't worry, let's talk about strengthening other useful things 10,000 times first. Like spirit stones. Soon, under Chu Yuan's operation, hundreds of thousands of low-grade spirit stones all became hundreds of thousands of top-grade spirit stones, and tens of thousands of mid-grade spirit stones directly became tens of thousands of top-grade spirit stones. As for the hundreds of top-grade spirit stones, after being strengthened 10,000 times, I got something called a low-grade holy crystal. Above the spirit stones is the holy crystal. The holy crystal, as the name suggests, should be used only for the cultivation of the existence of the Holy Land. Chu Yuan took out a low-grade holy crystal and looked at it carefully. The power contained in it is no longer spiritual qi, but something higher than spiritual qi. Absorbing even a little bit of it will bring more benefits than absorbing a top-quality spirit stones. Good thing it can greatly speed up my cultivation. Check out the martial skill. It's all about attacking martial skill. I wanted a copy of movement technique martial skill, but unfortunately I don't have it. Cultivation technique is not practiced now, and mysterious dragon spear technique is enough. If you can't eat too much, don't learn other martial skills yet. Next is the weapons. In the collection of Palace Master Zhao, there are no ordinary soldiers, only a few spiritual weapons and a low-grade divine armament. Other spiritual soldiers are useless to me. I haven't displayed much of the power of the Black Dragon Spear, but Tiankanjini, this robe is pretty good. Among the many spirit soldiers, Chu Yuan found a gorgeous robe, which was a low-grade spirit soldier. The robes of the low-grade spiritual soldier level are very useful for those below the divine alchemy realm, but they are not very useful for those after the divine alchemy realm, because the robes are mainly for defense. A low-grade spiritual soldier cannot defend against the power of the divine alchemy realm. So, Zhao Jinju was not wearing it at that time. 10,000 times stronger. Chu Yuan began to operate. All soldiers, spirit soldiers, divine armament, Tao soldiers, holy soldiers. After being strengthened 10,000 times, Tian Kanjini became a low-grade Taoist soldier. Tao soldiers are generally only available in the Golden Body and Immortal realms. It is said that Tian Yinzong's Jinzong treasure is just a damaged low-grade Taoist soldier. The low-grade Taoist level robes are natural, with many defensive formations inside, which can transform the energy between heaven and earth to maintain it. There is no need to deliberately activate it. There are many mistakes, and it is very suitable for me. Don't deliberately remind me move. At least it can easily resist any attack below the golden body level. And if you push it vigorously, the attack of the golden body level can also be blocked. It's just, with my cultivation base, I'm afraid it can only be activated for a while. But as a current self-defense weapon, it is enough. Chu Yuan wore the silkworm brocade clothes on his body, and finally took off the clothes of his outer sect disciples of the Tianyin sect. The sky silkworm brocade clothes can change the shape at will, and Chu Yuan can change it into the clothes he likes. This black mountain, Chu Yuan set his sights on the lower-grade divine armament. Let's enhance it 10,000 times first. Chu Yuan began to operate. Ding! 10,000 times enhanced success. As soon as the system notification sounded, Chu Yuan quickly checked. The black mountain at this moment has become deeper, and the most terrifying thing is that the breath on it is 10,000 times more terrifying. Chu Yuan took a deep breath. Low-rank holy weapon. This is a weapon only used by holy land power. This breath is too terrifying. Fortunately, the 10,000 times enhancement was also carried out in the interspatial ring, and it was not taken out. Otherwise, I am afraid that the aura of the low-rank holy soldiers will not be able to hide. At that time, I am afraid that it will cause a lot of trouble. The holy soldier is strong, but with my current cultivation base, I can't activate it. Alas, it's a pity that it can only block decorations. That's right, I can't even display the full power of the top-quality divine armament Black Dragon Spear. Not to mention the saint's soldiers. Chu Yuan thought to himself, it's better to upgrade the cultivation base quickly. Otherwise, there's no use of powerful treasures, which is too uncomfortable. And I also understand that there is a base for 10,000-fold enhancement. The stronger the base, the stronger the 10,000-fold enhancement. For example, a piece of tofu is 10,000-fold enhanced, and a piece of gold is 10,000-fold enhanced. Their hardness cannot be compared. That is to say, even if my cultivation base is improved 10,000 times, it can still be used forever. The effect will not decrease. Chu Yuan summed it up. Next, Chu Yuan enhanced those medicine pills 10,000 times. Cultivation, detoxification, healing, etc. were originally from the 2nd rank to the 4th rank, but after being strengthened 10,000 times, they all became the 6th rank to the 8th rank. The miscellaneous precious medicines have also been strengthened 10,000 times by him, but there are not many things that are useful to him. It's time to practice. Chu Yuan swallowed an 8th rank dragon blood pill. Dragon blood pill, originally the 4th rank medicine pill, was refined from Jiaolong blood essence and other precious medicines. After swallowing the pill, the cultivation will get twice the result with half the effort. After tens of thousands of times of enhancement, it becomes an 8th rank dragon blood pill. The dragon blood, and it is no longer the blood essence of a dragon, but a more pure dragon blood. Times 8 rank dragon blood pill, together with Saint Crystal, it can greatly increase my cultivation speed. Cultivating heaven-level cultivation technique is no problem. Sitting in Chu Yuan lotus position, with eyes closed, cultivation technique was running, and with every breath, a terrifying aura leaked from his body, and the black divine light gradually appeared. The breath is getting deeper and deeper. The next day, early morning, in the Tianzi No. 1 room, boom! A powerful breath erupted from Chu Yuan's body, and he suddenly opened his eyes. There was a deep and endless darkness in his eyes, reflecting a terrible black divine light. The divine light was surging, endless, and infinite, as if he could devouring everything in the world. If someone looks at him, his consciousness will be pulled into the endless abyss unconsciously, and there will be no redemption. Behind him, boundless darkness condensed. The next moment, the endless black divine light receded. Moo! An invisible roar sounded. His eyes turned into pure gold, and the divine light on his body also changed from black to golden. Behind him, a towering idol was faintly formed, with a long nose curling up into the sky, and its feet set foot on the mountains and rivers. Immediately afterwards, the disappearing black divine light reappeared again. Chu Yuan's eyes became black and gold, and the true essence all over his body was also black and gold. Behind him, the god with its head above the sky was in the darkness, exuding endless depth, boundless coercion. Call! Chu Yuan breathed a sigh of relief. The vision behind him also disappeared. In just one night, I've already started with Black Yuan Boundless Method and God Elephant Mountain and River Power, and the cultivation base has also successfully broken through to the first stage of the supernatural realm, and I have gained a lot. This is all thanks to the 8th rank Dragon Blood Pill and the lower rank Saint Crystal. Also, he has improved a lot of cultivation base. If not, I don't know how long it will take to cultivate these 2 cultivation techniques to the entry level. After all, heaven-level cultivation technique, compared to earth-level cultivation technique, is much more difficult to cultivate. The time needed to practice the heaven-level cultivation technique is enough to cultivate the earth-level cultivation technique to a small degree. Not to mention, Chu Yuan still practiced 2 heaven-level cultivation techniques in one night. The speed of cultivation is determined by 3 things. First, aptitude. The higher the aptitude, the faster the cultivation. Second, cultivation base. The higher the cultivation base, the faster the cultivation speed will be. Third, foreign objects, such as 8th rank Dragon Blood Pills, lower rank Holy Crystals, etc. It was the combination of these 3 things that made Chu Yuan gain so much in one night. It would take at least half a year to practice 2 heaven-level cultivation techniques with other Deva resources. The main reason is that it is really too reluctant to practice the heavenly level cultivation technique in the divine core realm. What's more, he still practiced 2 high-level heaven-level cultivation techniques at the same time. Supernatural realm, first stage. Chu Yuan experienced his own cultivation base, and he was very satisfied. He was originally the pinnacle of the 9th stage, but after switching to cultivation technique, he broke through naturally. After reaching the supernatural realm, both the body and the elixir have undergone a major transformation. All aspects of the body have increased countless times, and the elixir has become even bigger. At this time, the power of the elixir cannot be called true essence, but the power of supernatural powers. The power of supernatural powers is endlessly changing and boundless. It can be transformed into the shape of all things. Although it's only the first stage of the divine core realm, but now I can easily crush me to death at the peak of the 9th stage of the divine core realm before with one finger. This improvement in strength is not a star. I have cultivated 2 heaven-level cultivation techniques, and the supernatural power in my body is boundless, and the quality is ridiculously high, and one of them is body-refining cultivation technique, and my physique is stronger than other supernatural powers. At this time, if you use the Black Dragon Spear and Double Dragon Kill, with all your strength, it should be enough to rival the existence of high realms in the divine ability realm. If the cultivation technique and marksmanship are further improved, then the strength can continue to improve. Chu Yuan said seriously. Subsequently, he left the inn. He had to go to the Feitian Pavilion branch earlier, and it would be a pity if he missed the flying boat to the Hengduan Mountains. There are quite a lot of flying treasures like flying boats, but they're not sold here in Tianyan City. If you encounter them in the future, you could buy one by yourself, and it is convenient to go out. Of course, flying boats don't seem to be exciting enough. I heard that the disciples of the Beastmaster sect all ride on flying demonic beasts. That kind of boat seems to be more exciting. TSK. If you can get a Kowloon to pull a cart or something, let alone. Not to mention, it is really possible to pull the car in Kowloon. Because if you can't find a real dragon, you can find a mixed blood dragon, and then strengthen it 10,000 times, and you will definitely become a pure blood dragon. I just don't know if the 10,000-fold enhancement can be performed on creatures other than me. If it works, it will be terrible. Can I create a powerful force that belongs to own? Have time to try it out and see if it works. Chu Yuan thought to himself. Have you heard? Yesterday, a huge event happened in Tianyin sect. It is said that an outer sect disciple suddenly became an invincible powerhouse in the Soul Palace realm. He made a big fuss in Tianyin sect and killed Tianyin sect. Blood flowed like a river. Fart, it's obviously a supernatural power, but he has a peerless sword, which makes the Tianyin sect restless. What kind of rubbish version are you listening to? The real situation is that Chu Yuan, the outer sect disciple of Tianyin sect, is also the fiancé of Goddess Gu. Because Goddess Gu was framed, he killed some people who deserved to be killed. I also heard someone named Chu Yuan. I heard that before. He was a waste in the body-forging state, and he became a god-level person overnight. I've only heard of Goddess Gu and the names of other true disciples before, but I've never heard of Chu Yuan. She's also Goddess Gu's fiancé. Is it true? Fart's fiancé, listen, Daddy. Chu Yuan is obviously the father of Goddess Gu. Who did you hear that from? The concubine of my second uncle's nephew, who is sworn to Dage, is the wife of an outer sect disciple of the Tianyin sect. She heard the news from the outer sect disciple. I heard that many outer sect disciples of the Tianyin sect came to heaven last night. After Yinqing, this matter has been discussed. Chu Yuan? Where is sacred? How far can Chu Yuan go? And he heard all kinds of comments talking about what happened to him in Heavenly Stems yesterday, but the rumors have changed, and they're getting more and more outrageous. Didn't Tianyin Zone block the news? Chu Yuan was puzzled. Forget it. It has nothing to do with me. Chu Yuan walked directly towards the Fate Hian Pavilion branch. Along the way, still hear a lot of discussion. However, he finally heard some more correct arguments. As for some, it's simply out of line. The streets are full of people coming and going, cars and horses. Chu Yuan walked through the crowd after he left. Among the crowd, several outer sect disciples of Tianyin sect stared wide-eyed. That was Chu Yuan just now. Feiqian Pavilion branch, here we come. The place where he lived yesterday is not far from here. Soon, there he is. Young master, the airship flying to the Hengguan Mountains is over there. A woman in Feiqian Pavilion costume stepped forward. What? Chu Yuan was slightly puzzled. Isn't this the person from yesterday? Why is it like waiting for him specially? The woman seemed to see his doubts and immediately explained, My lord, it was the deacon of this pavilion who asked me to wait for you here. The deacon has already arranged a superior room for you. Please follow me.